T-minus 10 minutes. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. TigerVision is brought to you in part by Conley Buick GMC, Arctic Air, Conley Subaru, 662 Customs, Everglades Palmetto, North River Prevention Partners, Garrett Richard, Clicking Spree, the Manatee County Fair, Coastal Mobile Screen, Minnesota Pools, Burton Trucking, and WB3, the Legacy of the Peak. Stay tuned, the Manatee County Fair pregame show is up next on TigerVision.
January 21st with a beautiful drone shot of that Manatee River. Ken, we welcome you to the Cross River Rivalry. Tonight, we are broadcasting from Paradise here in Florida's West Coast at Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. We thank the #1 fan base in the world, TigerVision fans, for tuning into TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Tonight, historically nationally renowned Manatee Hurricanes have made the short trip north across the Manatee River and are ready to play in this 4S Region 4 District 13 game. The winner of tonight's game will be guaranteed a home game in the first round of district playoffs. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., Troy Bellamy, sideline reporter Rich Robick, and our statistician, Mr. Stephen Johnson, in our Atlanta studio. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., and we'll talk about our keys to this game.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Good evening, everybody. Excited to have Rich Robich on the sidelines tonight. Big, huge matchup for all the marbles tonight, as you said earlier, Brian. In the Class 4S region poll, Manatee sits at number 2 in a great spot. Palmetto at number 5. The interesting thing about this matchup tonight, Brian, is that there's a good chance, not guaranteed, but there's a very decent chance these schools, two schools, may be playing against each other in 2 weeks in the opening round, hosting the first round game. With a Palmetto win, it could force these two schools to fall to number 4 and number 5, where we would be here at Harley Stadium in 2 weeks. Or with a Manatee win, they're going to stay at number 2 because Venice is number 1. And if Palmetto slides to number 2, we would be at Hawkins Stadium lining it up and doing it all over again. And it's a very intriguing matchup. Since we're in the same district, we play a lot of same schools over the year. We've had 4 Class S opponents, all with the same outcome. We both lost to Venice. We both lost to Riverview. We beat Sarasota, and we both beat Lakewood Ranch. The only other common opponent tonight, Brian, is IMG Academy White. Manatee beat them in their kickoff classic, and Palmetto lost that game. For the Hurricanes, the key tonight for them with this game is on offense, as Jaquez Green, their head coach, has said. They are very athletic on their front line. He said that back in media days. This is his most athletic line, and they've had great success. They're led by junior quarterback Andrew Heidel. They were rotating last year, but he has got the starting spot this year. Has had a great season, averaging 203 yards passing per game, 15 TDs, 6 interceptions, and a 95 quarterback rating. And the reason he's had a great season is because he's got some really fast wideouts, and we're going to probably talking about them all night. 3 of them were on the 4x100 relay state third place team just last fall, led by Bon Bean. His daddy was a great player.
Oh, yeah.
at Manatee a couple of decades ago. He's caught 6 TDs, 90 yards per game. He's got some running backs that they're banged up, but they have been able to run the ball. So a lot of good things on the offense, but Coach Green is really high on his defense with 9 of 11 starters returning from last year. The 4 guys up front all have offers, and they give up just 22 yards per game.
You know, and then my follow-up on Manatee offensively, tonight's questions are: get on track with all those track athletes out there.
Yes.
Or do you mix it up, or do you ground and pound against Palmetto's very, very young, inexperienced defense? Defensively for Manatee, as you said, 9 out of 11 of the starters have been around. Big inexperience. They eliminate Palmetto's big playability, and they must contain mobile quarterback Clayton Dees for the Tigers.
So moving on to the Tigers, they coming in with a 4-3 record, scoring 30 points a game. Clayton Dees has thrown for over 1,000 yards and has a 97 quarterback rating with 8 TDs and just 2 interceptions. Part of his success has been because he's got a great running back in Devon Thomas, rushing for 733 yards, and has scored. He's in the top 10 in the state with 11 TDs. Rock Lodge is his go-to guy with 34 catches, averaging 90 yards per game with 4 TDs. As we're looking at the Hurricane schedule there. So they're really good on defense, Brian, but as you alluded earlier, defense has been a challenge all season with a very, very young unit that's given up over 30 points a game 3 times. Junior linebacker Caleb Matalaw leads the way with 51 stops, averaging over 10 tackles per game. He's got to have a big game tonight.
Now you've seen both of the schedules that are out there on the film for us, and a follow-up on Palmetto offense can't rely on big plays, and the best defensive scheme tonight may be just to keep the Palmetto offense on the field with the ball control. Palmetto's been running a 3- and 4-man defensive fronts, and it'll be interesting to see if they change the game plan up tonight.
So with everything that we've just said, the one thing about this game is you've got to throw all this stuff that we just talked about out.
Yes, and Manatee comes in heavily favored, but look at the Manatee, the Cross River rivalry in the last 10 years, and you see that, and here's some recent history. We're going to now stand for the national anthem, and we'll get back to this statistic.
Was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we walk, we're so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red flag, whose broad stripes gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The eagle mounted high above the stadium with the national anthem, high school football. It just doesn't get any better than that. Maybe, I'm kind of spellbound here. You know, looking at the flag out there, the eagle in the stand, it reminds you where the important things are in life.
Absolutely, Brian.
And as we pan around, we'll maybe get back to the recent history with Manatee High and Palmetto. And in the last 10 years, it has just been captivating how close this game has been. Look at this, 2013, you see the scores of these games, and as you scroll down through the scores, a lot of close games. Only 3 games in there decided by double digits. And let's talk about that. Palmetto has won 3 of the last 4. Palmetto has won 4 of the last 6. Manatee's won 6 of the last 10. Manatee has scored 208 points to Palmetto's 187s, or a difference of only 2.1 points per game over the last 10 years. And in the past 8 years, there have been 6 games decided by 6 or fewer points. Incredible.
That's why you got to throw all the stats out. I mean, these kids grew up together. They went to church together. They played youth football together and basketball and track. And you know, when they released the schedule in March, you know, they mark that day today, knowing, and they start counting down. And then in their families, they could be split. This is like a Florida State game, the one day out of the year where, you know, you might go to Manatee, but your parents went to Palmetto, and they're pulling for the Tigers, and you know you're on your own. But you know, those things happen.
So for the Canes, we have number 14 out there is one of the captains, and that's Farrakhan Shannon. And for the Tigers, and we'll get back to the Canes when I have a better viewpoint there. But the captains tonight for the Tigers are number 2, Rock Lodge, number 3, Clayton Dees, number 10, Jacoby Morrell, and also number 33, Isaiah Jackson. We're going to have the coin toss. This will be a good look. We may even be able to pick this up.
Looks like a heads, flipping it from the heads on top. What do you think? Palmetto won the toss based on their movement? Mm-hmm.
It appears that the Palmetto Tigers have won the toss and elected to receive. Interesting here, this time of year, it can be very tough on receivers, but now later in October, that sun has dipped below the tree line here. A lot of times at kickoff for these games at Palmetto High School, the returners are looking right into a blazing sun. So that'll be a big benefit for your returners here early on. You know, with the kicking with Manatee, I've noticed, Ken, that no touchbacks on the year.
Mm-hmm.
Palmetto Tigers have some dynamic returners back there. You know, Rock Lodge averages 37.5 in punt returns. So it'll be interesting to see if they line up and pooch kick or do something different to counter.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Brian, you talked right into my number one key of the game. If the Tigers cannot win the special teams tonight, that's going to be critical. And Rock Lodge is going to have to make a big play. And Brandon Gonzalez, as we talked about in the pregame, with all their speed, with those track athletes, Bon Bean and company, we can't let them have the ball. So it's going to come down to Rock Lodge and Brandon needing to come up big tonight as far as special teams.
And really no wind, very slight wind tonight. Manatee will be kicking into the slight wind to start this one off. And one thing about Brandon Gonzalez, number 45 for the Tigers, he generally gets a touchback, is able to kick the ball into the end zone away from the returners by kicking it out of the end zone probably 85% of the time.
Yes, yeah, we're going to need it to be 95 or 100 tonight. I think it's going to be 79 degrees at kickoff. Just a great night for high school football. There's going to be large crowds, and can't wait to get this. Oh, we got the smoke coming.
Hey, Brian, I'm just going to just here. I'm going to try this out, Coach. This week, what did you do differently to get prepared? It looks like these guys are ready, but what did you have to do this week to get these guys prepared? I mean, do they know it's a big game?
It's Manatee week. There's not a lot for me to have to say. These guys are ready to play. It's a district game. Champions win the championships. Have to say a lot this week. Their kids are ready to go.
Well, I'll tell you what. Look around. You look at the moon. You look at the field. You look at the players. Everything looks like it's set and ready to go. I'm going to let you gather your guys up, and good luck to you, Coach. We'll go.
Hey, thank you very much. Our sideline reporter tonight is Rich Robick, and he is going to do a great job for us tonight.
Looking forward to having him.
And we'll have Troy Bellamy up here in the press box with us here shortly, doing some statistics with us. And we're excited to have Rich on the sideline. So
you know, I was thinking about Rich. You know, he's right there on the sideline. I hope he doesn't try to take a running back out. It's coming over here on this side.
Yeah.
I hope he knows he's not supposed to. He's tackled a lot of running backs in his day.
And he has an interesting perspective. He's worked cameras for us here on TigerVision,
yes,
but
has.
he is, and we'll probably have a clip up here of what he did. He's a neutral because he played over at Southeast, and he's been playing against these Palmetto Tigers and
both schools.
Hurricanes.
So. Back when Sarasota Manatee was the big rivalry. That was right during his heyday. We never get to play Manatee unless it was JV or freshman.
So and this game, we'll toss it down to Rich here in a little bit after the kickoff, but it has the feel of one of those old school 1993 rivalry games.
Tell you what it does down here, Brian. Like I said to Coach West, I mean, you just can't get a better setting. This game is usually played in September, I believe, right?
That's correct, Rich.
Okay, well, reminds me of what we might look at next, actually tomorrow, with another river rival, Florida, Georgia. And I just think it's a great time to have this game here right before November. We don't have to worry about the field, of course. We don't have to worry about storms. We're just ready to play ball.
All right, in this rivalry game, there's going to be some hard hitting tonight. So you want your kids to learn some hard hitting on the baseball diamond. Be sure to get to the hit lab. Calismo hits a pooch kick down there. It's going to be fielded there at the 10-yard line. Makes one miss. Trying to get to the outside. He got to the 16-yard line. Did number 25, Simeon Matt, for the Tigers. Pretty good coverage by that Manatee Hurricane defense.
Yeah, Brian, as you talked about strategy-wise, how are they going to kick the ball to Manatee? And just that little high pooch, and it was slow getting there back to Matt, so didn't have a lot of running room to make something happen. As they've got a young man down, looks like he's going to be okay and walking it off.
That 40, looks like he's good to go. Maybe just got a little bit, his bell rung a little bit.
Yeah, so that was Tristan Titus there, defensive lineman, 6'4", 195, great size. Now the Palmetto Tiger offense will take the field. Clayton Dees is out there, and he has number 2, Rock Lodge, out there in the backfield currently. Switching things up, going across the formation there is Keon Reddick as a 5'10" wide receiver out there to the left. And number 25, Simeon Matt out to the right. Rock Lodge in the slot. Now they hand the ball off there, looking for a crease and really nowhere to go. Great play by the Manatee defensive line. No gain on the play.
Yeah, for the Tigers, for me, they need to win the time of possession tonight. Ball control and no turnovers. Established a run. Now, they've got some very athletic defensive linemen. They've all received offers, so the offensive line's got their challenging job tonight.
This time Dees is going to take the ball out of a pistol formation, and he has number 7, Devon Thomas, out there riding sidecar to the left. 2 receivers out to the right, twins out to the left. Dees looks, throws the slant. It's going to be thrown high, incomplete pass. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, the wide receiver was open. Dees had plenty of time, which is a good sign that we've got some pass protection. Just probably got some cobwebs there. He just completely overthrew both the offense and the defense. But the first challenge tonight for the Palmetto offense with a 3rd and 10.
Now the ball is on the 17-yard line for the Tigers. It is a 3rd and 10. Twin receivers on both sides of the formation. Manatee rolling up with a 4-3 look. Creeping in there is number 11. Now he looks, throws a slant, and it's going to be caught. And it's a big gain. He's at the 40.
Wester.
He's at the 50. It's Wester to the 40. It's a foot race. 20, 10. Dylan Wester for 6.
And just like we've seen earlier all this year with their high-octane offense, I would like to see a sustained drive, but it's always exciting to see Wester coming across the middle, right in between the linebackers and the safety, and took it to the house for an easy score, showcasing that quick speed that he has for a 10th grader.
And I'll tell you what, Kenny, I was looking at number 9 for Manatee. He's a tall kid with long.
Thank you for that look from our Arctic Air sideline. Running in here late for Palmetto. Preparing down. This is DeAndre Berry, who's a center. He's a long snapper. He's going to fire that one back there to Dylan McClain for the hold. Brandon Gonzalez with the kick, and it is up and kicked into the fence by the road back there, Ken. So with 10:54 on the clock, the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 7-zip. You know, you give up an 83-yard pass play on 3rd and 10.
Yes.
And you let them get behind you. You know, the defensive coordinator at Manatee is not going to be happy with that.
No, he's not. You want to keep and they know all about us with the common opponents and lots of film. And this starts, it's kind of like how the Riverview game started out, and that one had 100 points in it. So I don't know if I want a track meet tonight, but as long as we're ahead on the track meet, that's all that really matters.
And Dylan Wester, you know, he's a cousin of all the other Westers that we've had here play at Palmetto High School, showing that tradition continues. Get a kick out of Hit Lab, where competition creates intent. Successful players play with intent. Hit Lab, throw hard, hit hard, and move fast. Located in Palmetto. Brandon Gonzalez approaches the ball and mashes the ball, but it's going to be fielded at the 1-yard line. They've got the wedge set up there, and he's got a nice gain up to the 25-yard line. So it looked like the returner there was DeMontez McDowell back there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that traditional wedge in a long time. When they had, looks like they had 5 or 6 guys.
It's been banned in college football.
Yes, it has
for safety issues.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That was the old flying wedge. Don't know. One thing about TigerVision, we have fans out there that are waiting for us to make a mistake. So you can get on there and let us know if that's still a legal play.
In your YouTube comments that we can't see.
Heidel takes this one, hands it off the big back. Pender runs forward, driving for a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, Pender's going to be the workhorse tonight with Sanders. Sanders is out, as well as the other running back, number 1 and number 2. Both not dressed tonight. Of course, he played at Braden River last year.
Number 75, nose tackle for the Tigers, Marcus Smith, is listed as an offensive lineman in a 5-man front. So they're getting away from those 3- and 4-man fronts that we talked about before the game. So there's been an adjustment here along the Palmetto Tiger defensive line, and it looks pretty good so far. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And for the Tigers tonight, they have struggled. They're young. They've got some players. They just need a little more time and a little more age. They're going to need to play their best game tonight to be able to get a W tonight. But I like the changes. It's all or nothing tonight. They got to leave it out here on the field, Brian.
3rd and 5. Heidel, empty backfield. Looked and throws a dump down there, and it's caught. Great catch over the middle of the field, breaks the tackle, and then advances all the way to the 41-yard line, does Demetrius McDowell on the play.
Number 6.
Is that Torrey Gilly?
Torrey Gilly, yes. He's their 2nd leading receiver behind Bon Bean.
So that was a big conversion for the Canes here. 9:10 on the clock. Number 14, Farrakhan Shannon out there wide to the right, and they just run the ball heavy. Really good defensive play initially, and then tackled by Caleb Matalau with the tackle.
Yeah, Caleb needs to have his best game ever tonight. Again, our leading tackler, but they're doing everything else that from film. They're going to try to just wear down Palmetto's defense, which we've seen some schools with success against us do that.
And you got to be careful with Big Pender there in the backfield. They've got that big tight end out there now lined up in the slot. He's very good. He throws a little hitch out there, and a tackle is missed, and then a big hit. It's going to be right at the marker. I think he's going to have a first down on that one, Ken.
Yeah, that's Gilly again.
So that is 8 minutes, 21 seconds, 1st and 10 for the Cane. Ball is spotted right on the 32-yard line. Bon Bean is out here wide. The big tight end that I talked about, number 81, is out there, Cade Weiskopf. Now they send the back out in the motion, and it's just a quarterback keeper, and he trips there over his offensive lineman, and that one really was going to go for about 9 or 10 yards.
Yeah, he liked something in the coverage, or maybe it was a design quarterback draw, but had he not tripped over the lineman or the yard marker there, he had a lot of turf out there, artificial turf to run on.
I'm looking at the defensive line and the size. Really, they've got a good advantage over Manatee with their size. And it looks like they're getting some push, but they just keep slipping in these plays.
Out wide, the very speedy Tyrone Jackson out there. Big hit over on the sideline, but a nice gain on the play. Goes for a gain of 7 yards.
Kenny, I was just standing over there by this whole action here, and you were saying earlier, about me getting a good push or a good hit on that. I'll go ahead and pass on that. Boys are coming.
They're coming right your way.
Over there, they did get the first down on that. So let's look at that. So the spot, a little confusion going on here. We've got the first down marker up, and they have a penalty on the play. It must be.
So now they can move the chains.
So that's going to be a late hit or sideline interference on the Tigers.
Rich Robich.
Rich, did you get out of the way there with the Arctic Air sideline reporter?
First time on the job here.
All right, so there fakes a handoff, quarterback keep, gets a good block out there, and he's at the 10, and he steps out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Didn't get a very good spot on that. I think they spotted him out on the 7-yard line. So here in the Asa Power red zone, the Canes are knocking on the door.
Yeah, they pretty much had their way here on this drive. We've had people in position. They got to make the plays. He just ran out of real estate that time. Got the bad spot.
2nd and 2 for the long 2 for the Canes. Heidel takes it, and he hands the ball off, and that one's nowhere to go. Matalow's in there on the tackle, along with the converted offensive lineman Marcus Smith.
And that's what we've been building up with. I mean, we've been looking, they've been getting pushed. They just got to get off the block. Some more speed.
Thank you for that Arctic Air sideline report from Rich Robick. So now that brings up a 3rd and about 4 for the Canes.
They've been successful all night on 3rd down. Big stop here needed for the Tigers.
Tyrone Jackson in the backfield. Fake it to him. They throw the skinny in there, and it is incomplete pass. Pretty good coverage over there by number 21 for the Tigers. And that is Kayon Reddick. 5'10", 155-pound, listed as a wide receiver.
But you're going to put your best players out there, and he made a great play, and great 3rd down stop for the Tigers is going to put let's see what Coach Green does over there. Does he bring the kickers in? We got a guy down here.
Yeah, I think it's injured player for the Tigers.
Do you kick it, Rich, or do you go for it?
What? I think right now, I think you better get some points. This is going to be a dogfight.
I agree.
That's Palmetto Tiger black and red there, Rich. Talking about a dogfight. I think you might be thinking about the game tomorrow.
Oh, it's all over me.
He keeps talking about tomorrow, the river tomorrow, and
I mean, you got
Jacksonville.
You got the crosstown rival here, and then you've got the rival that's on the river in Jacksonville. I mean, on the same weekend. I tell you what, next year let's keep doing it right here, same week, same time.
And why does the St. Johns River flow north? I'll get back to you on that one later, Rich. And so now the Manatee Canes here have brought out the field goal team. And this is going to be an important one for the left-footed kicker, which is Joey Colonisio. Bon Bean Jr. with the hold.
Dennis Stollard, the kicking coach at Manatee, goodness, he's been there 50 years. He's such a great guy and a great kicking coach.
Hayden Randolph with the snap. Placement's good. Kick is up, and it is good. Just squeaked that one in the right upright. Very close, but you know what? It's 3 points. So with 6:15 on the clock, the Palmetto Tigers are hanging on to a 7-3 lead here at Harley Stadium in Palmetto.
And that was a big win for the defense. They bent, but they didn't break, and held the Hurricanes just to a field goal. Now the offense is going to get it back. Let's see if we can get a sustained drive and let these guys on defense take a little bit of a rest.
It was pretty interesting to me that Palmetto came out with a completely different look defensively in this game. They decided to play a little bit more aggressive, getting 8 in the box with all the speedy receivers. That's very dangerous against Manatee. But you could see that they were playing a little bit more downhill, less assignment football, more aggressive.
And they've got people going both ways. They can get it out for one night.
Get a kick out of throwing hard, hitting hard, and moving fast with Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. A high kick, and it's going to be fielded there at the 15 to the 20. It's Damari Magwood looking for crease, and he's going to be tackled at the 34-yard line. So there's that inability to drive that ball in the end zone there, gaining some great field position for the Tigers.
Yeah, Kavian Smith might have saved a touchdown there. It looked like Palmetto had made the adjustment to how Manatee was kicking off. He was right there ready for it and just missed a crease there. Otherwise, he could have taken that one to the house. It's like a chess game out here.
You know, you can see I love the size of the DN for Manatee there, number 40, Hayden Randolph. He just looks.
They all look the part. Yes, they do.
Clayton Dees, handoff, nowhere to go, driving forward for about a yard gain on the play. And so that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Tigers here with 5:52 on the clock.
Thomas, our leading rusher, with over 700 yards. He's on pace for 1,000. We need to get him going in this running game for the Tigers to be successful tonight.
Simeon Matt is out wide for the Tigers. 3 Tigers out in the formation. This time they're going to try to run that, and Damari Mag would really know where to go on the play for a gain of about 1. That's going to bring up a 3rd and a very long 7 yards here.
Yeah, Elijah Perry with the stop, 5'11", 200-pound linebacker right there waiting for him. So last time Palmetto was in a 3rd and 10, they took it to the house. Let's just hope we can get a first down here, see what they do.
See if they squat, right at the first down marker this time. Manatee fakes a blitz, then rolls it back. Nice catch by Wester for the first down. Really good coverage there, but unable to contain Dylan Wester.
Yeah, it looks like, Brian, they ran the same crossing pattern, just run to the sticks and come across, this time from the left, and just get that first down.
The DBs are going to, keep the big ball away. And
yes,
that's
sir.
Exactly what you saw there in front of you. Great sequential play calling from the Tigers. Great execution by Clayton Dees. Great catch by Wester. High snap. Dees throws it out there, and it's going to be high. And he tried to go out there with a bubble screen.
And it looked like it was there for some decent yardage. That's the second one he's thrown. He threw that one onto the sidelines.
So that stops the clock. 4:40 on the clock. And this time the Palmetto Tigers, Devon Thomas is in the backfield. Looks like D's going to take this out of a pistol depth. Now going back there a little deeper.
Blitz.
Flips it out there, and there's going to be some room there, and it's going to be Devon Thomas for a nice gain on the play.
And the reason there was a nice gain, Clayton Dees picked up that linebacker on the blitz, which meant the running back was open there and hit it. That's what you do with a blitz. You go right after where they're coming from, picked up, and that's why he got the good gain. And now we got a 3rd and manageable here. It looks like
one thing you have to watch out is Clayton Dees is extremely mobile quarterback, and if you leave a gap out there, he's able to take that and pick up a lot of first downs with his feet. 4 minutes exactly on the clock for Clayton Dees. Devon Thomas in the backfield. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. They're going to throw the ball. There it is.
No.
Quarterback draw. And he's got the first down, running, and easy sledding. And that's what we as we set that play up.
You called it. And he's coming into the game with 140 yards rushing. And as you said, watch for the quarterback draw. He's a mobile, athletic quarterback. Not 100% with that left knee, but he can still scoot, move the chains. Good job there, offensive coordinator.
I like this young man a lot. He's 6'1". He's only had he's 6'3", 185. He's only had 2 years of football, but he can make all the throws. And, he's had a baseball background, so he can make them from different angles, the quick screens and that. He is a perfect candidate in the future to run that air raid or run and shoot type offenses out there that so many colleges run.
And I think he's already committed to Florida Atlantic.
And Rich, one thing that you're looking at there, number 55, Ian Johnson Kelly there is an absolute hoss for the Hurricanes out there lined up at D end.
Reminds me of a bulldog from a couple years back.
Bam! Great pass, and he's going to go down the middle, and he is in for 6, and that's Keon Reddick.
Again, another crossing route, this one much deeper. There was nobody in the middle, and Clayton Deese just threw a bullet right at him in stride. Easy pitch and catch for the score. Man, they are operating on all cylinders so far, picking apart this Manatee defense.
And really a good rush off the edge the last time for the Manatee defender, so you need to watch that. Brandon Gonzalez is ready to kick this one away. Snap by Barry, hold by McLean. Kick is up, and it is driven into the Manatee River on that one. He absolutely smoked that one for an extra point there, Ken.
It might be down there by my house in the lake. I mean, he just cranked it. It's still going.
So with 3:04 on the clock, the Palmetto Tigers with a 14-3 lead. Now, one thing, Ken, we haven't talked about, Palmetto going into the season had 3 other prolific receivers. You got a quarterback in Clayton Deese that knows how to run this offense that left the Tigers for one reason or another. So these young receivers have really had to step up and learn the terminology. But you can see tonight with the sequential play calling, it's been perfect.
Yeah, Rock Lodges was the only key returner. Everybody else has had to step it up, and we're very blessed with some great athletes around here, and just getting that next man up mentality, and it is just a blessing to see.
Brandon Gonzalez will kick this one off. So if he hits this one hard, hitting the baseball's hard. Get a kick out of hitting it harder with help from Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. And we all know it's Palmetto, but I gave it a little
Palmetto.
Some of our East Coast viewers that are watching tonight, we gave it a little Palmetto flavor, but it's Palmetto around here. So 3:04 on the clock. Tigers are leading this one 14-3. Brandon Gonzalez. And you got Bon Bean back there along with Tyrone Jackson, both of those guys.
I would just get it in the end zone. Don't give them any opportunity.
Brandon Gonzalez with the kick. Driving kick, and that's a good one, and that's about 6 yards deep into the end zone, and that's the way to stop killer kick returners.
Yeah, there's a little in the R right there where it says Tigers. There's like a little spot there, and I think that's what he was aiming for. That's black, and he put it right there in the circle around the R, in the R there. Rich.
In the trenches here, I can see Manatee. I know it's early in the game, but we're talking about the big size, and it looks like they're just getting a little gassed. I don't know if they just need to get settled in, but we're all cylinders on the other end of it. But I just kind of get that feeling that they're.
Heidel drops back, has a quarterback keep. There goes for a gain of 9 on the play.
Now that could change on the other side of the ball just as quick as what I said on the Manatee side.
Yeah, and what you saw there with the Tigers, they were back in more of a 4-man front there, and there's a first down. So he did gain the first down. My apologies to the guys back in the stress box. So it is 1st and 10 for the Canes, and he starts at the 30-yard line. Heidel hands it off. Oh, nice run there. And he gets to the outside. Watch out. Great speed. And he's going to be tackled, driven out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So there you see that great speed once again from Tyrone Jackson.
Yeah, we have to keep him contained. Heidel hasn't, looking at the stats, he hasn't put up some big numbers, but he is off to a great start running the ball tonight.
And the junior, Jakari Adams, really showed great speed because it appeared at the outset of that play that one might go for a touchdown. Heidel looks. Now he throws the big ball down the sideline. Out there in coverage is Colton Davis. And an incomplete pass. Good matchup up there. Colton Davis, the son of Reggie Davis, of
Florida Gators,
Southeast. Truth be told, podcast of Reggie Davis's son. He is excellent on those routes down the sideline because he'll throttle down. He plays the sideline route a lot like those college DBs. He gets his body position in there, so great coverage there by Colton Davis.
And Ramsey Cole had caught 14 passes coming in tonight.
And there's going to be nearly a house call there, but he was able to drive him out of bounds there.
Now, Reggie Davis, I played with him in Southeast, and what I'd like to do, if I could get him down here, I'd love to talk to him a little bit about the experience here in Palmetto, and just kind of go forth with that.
Yeah, you can't stand along the fence these days around the stadiums. That, he said stepped out, so it's a 3rd and 4. Big back, Pender grinding forward for a first down. Coming into the game, that's the caution that you had with the Palmetto Tiger defense. The big backs, the big team, Riverview, and then also Venice exploited that. And now you got the 220-pound Pender back in the backfield. Now he's going to switch it out. But that's – that makes it tough on a very young defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, the bend but don't break mentality tonight is much needed.
This time they fake the handoff, and he keeps it, and Heidel's looking for a big gain on the play, and he's going to have the first down. So just a simple quarterback keep. I've seen both quarterbacks come in with very similar QBRs, and Heidel
hasn't ran much, but so there wasn't probably a lot of film there. So they weren't this is something out of their game plan here that how they want to exploit the defense here tonight. He's done a great job.
So he has Tyrone Jackson in the backfield with him there, hands the ball off. Jackson's going to reverses field, needs a block out there. He's heading for the sideline, down the sideline, and there's going to be a flag on the play. He goes out of bounds, driven out of bounds at about the 4, but probably going to be a holding back there. Yeah. But, it's way down the field. It's a spot foul. It's going to be 10 yards from the holding call. So this may not be as, it's not like it was at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a crackback block there. We may pick it up on the Arctic Air replay.
I think you got it. I think our replay's down.
Okay.
But Zach Samuel had him locked up. He ran right into Zach Samuel, and Zach had him for a loss as Colton's down. We need to get him up, and hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, Colton Davis, the 5'10", 165-pound junior. You know what? He was listed at 165 at the beginning of the year. He looks more like about 185 now.
Yeah, he looked
very good size.
Yeah, he passes the eyeball test for looking at corners, and Zach Samuel needs to finish that because, again, with their speed, great things can happen.
And that's a block that was not necessary because you've got a probably near world-class guy going down there, down the sideline, a sprinter, one of the tops in the state of Florida, and you're 20 yards away from the play, and it's time to pull off of that one.
Yeah, you're right there knocking on the door for the red zone and trying to get back into this game. Colton.
So that's a first.
He got off the field. That's good.
So that brings up a 1st and 26 for the Canes. Tough break now this time, and look at the speed out there. Driving hard down the sideline, and very wisely over there on the Manatee sideline, a host of Tigers push him out of bounds there. But you can see the speed of this Tyrone Jackson here, number 3.
Yeah, he's not a big guy, 5'7", 160, but he can definitely scoot for sure.
Great play call there, too. Everybody's expecting pass. Now it's 2nd and 13 for the Canes. Ball is on the 26-yard line. And they hand it to him again. And this time, Palmetto Tigers do a pretty good job, and there's some hand fighting over there with Wester and, but no call over there out wide. Caleb Matalau lost his helmet there, so he'll have to take the play off. He's going to be replaced now by number 14, which is Ryan Cotton, 6 foot, 175-pound DB. He's probably going to have to play a little linebacker on this play. 3rd and 7 for the Canes.
And can the defense once again come up on a big 3rd down with a stop here to force them to another field goal without Matalau in the game?
So they got the big back in there, probably for blocking purposes back there. Wouldn't expect to see a run here. Heidel out there in the shotgun, and number 7 is Ramsey Cole out there wide. There's a flag.
Rich, did you see something?
It's a timeout called by the Tigers.
Well, I just want to point something out. I tell you what, this is a rivalry that of course, is intense, and these boys are. I mean, they're playing really hard. The only thing I'm not seeing any dirty ball or any pushing or shoving, or they're just playing clean football, and one defense will push them back, and then the other will push them the other way, and I just don't see a lot of funny bits. I think maybe that's due to late in the season, and maybe they've had experience and coaching.
Yeah, I think probably the coaches have been preaching it all week, guys. We can't make any dumb, stupid mistakes. This game has too much on the line, and it's a balance. These kids look forward to this game every year.
And Heidel is going to look things over as Manatee comes over after the timeout. One thing you might look at over here is like a little slant action there with Ramsey Cole. Great speed. You got to get that single high safety out of there. But he looks to the right and he throws a deep ball out there, and that's a really beautifully thrown ball for the first down. You can see the drop there by number 23. You won't pick it up on replay tonight, but the drop by 23, just a little shallow in his drop there.
Yeah, nice play, nice throw. Torrey Gilly coming in with 29 receptions, has been the go-to guy so far tonight for the Hurricanes.
And I think Vantrez Yarn kind of had his eyeballs on a pick six on the long throw to the boundary. Great throw, though, by Heidel. Big Penders in the backfield. Oh, they moved. Manatee did. There's going to be a false start, and that's going to back the Canes up here in the Asa Power red zone.
Hopefully getting them behind the chains here, the Tigers can hold up. Yeah, it's been a very clean game. Just a handful of penalties. That's going to be expected.
So now they'll bring up a 1st and goal from the 14-yard line. Heidel reviews things. He's got Bon Bean out there along with Ramsey out wide. And this is a run to Pender. And he slashes, driving forward, still going, and just bouncing off of Palmetto Tiger. Ball came out late, but he was able to recover that one.
Yeah, he was just running straight up, Brian, and there are people still bouncing off of him with great success.
Yeah, that's what you can do. Usually you would run with body lean, but guys like Derrick Henry, and you got not a very tall, 220-pounder back there. He can get away with that, running straight up and carrying people down there. So that is the end of the first quarter. The Palmetto Tigers with a 14-3 lead.
Rising to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the...
One small step for man. One
Blue and Gray football game and the 1964 Rose Bowl game.
We're back here at Joe Canfield Hawkins Stadium. Chap, got a great scoring recap opening drive.
Presented by Conley Buick GMC. Now 12 on the clock. The opening of the second quarter. Manatee Hurricanes driving here. It is a 2nd and 9 here. Ball's on the
9 yard.
It's
line. 2nd and goal, yeah.
Loading up everything to the left side of the formation. Heidel, and it's a run. It's Pender driving. No one's going to stop him. Easy touchdown. So that is Pender for 6. Trayvon saw the edge over there, and he thought, I've never seen it this open as he turned that corner.
And the funny thing is, it was on the way short side of the field. I mean, there's a lot of guys over in a small amount of space, and he still was able to run in uncontested. So Manatee responds with a nice drive to cut this thing to 14-9.
Joey Colonesio will wait.
Colonesco.
And there's the snap. Good hold by Bean. Kick is up, and it is good. So 11:54 on the clock here in the second quarter. Manatee trails this one 10 to the Palmetto Tigers 14.
Yeah, Joey Colonesco is related to our clerk of the court, Angel. I don't know the niece, nephew, but I know they are related. And he was their kicker last year as well. And again, Dennis Stollard's their longtime coach. Been there 100 years.
And anytime I see a left-footed kicker from Manatee High School, it takes me right back to Robbie Stevenson, kicking those 50-yard field goals.
Making it look
at
easy.
Manatee High.
And one of our sponsors, Godson's Pizza, Philip Chaltis, was a kicker at Manatee, also coached by Dennis Stollard, and he is the kicking coach for Braden and Christian. They lost their playoff game last night on the road, but we welcome all the viewers from Godson's Pizza watching on 3 TV screens, I believe, on Cortez Road in Bradenton.
Hit Lab, hitting the baseball is hard. Get a kick out of hitting it harder with help from Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. Back to return on this. Rockland Lodge is back there.
They're up short again, Brian, looking for this pooch kick.
Looking for the pooch. And it is a driving kick. It's going to be over.
You got to catch it.
Live ball. It's picked up by Magwood. Tries to shake a tackle, tries to get to the edge, showing great speed out there. He's got the edge. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 32-yard line. A flag on the play. So this one's going to come back.
It's going to come back.
Looks like it might have been a
block. And, I think you're right, Rich. I didn't know if Damari was ever going to make it all the way across the field. It was obviously a return right, but he's fast, and he got there and turned it up and almost took it to the house, but unfortunately he's going to come back.
Looks like the penalty was at the 12-yard line, so that's going to back the Palmetto Tigers way back, and going to be a very tough starting position for field position here for the Tigers.
Yeah, unfortunate. First big penalty for the Tigers tonight, but an opportunity. Everything can be an opportunity, and for the offense, again, a nice long sustained drive tonight to give the D a little rest here would be just what the doctor ordered.
So we had 2 penalties on the play. So we had a block in the back and a personal foul on the Tigers. So the Tigers are going to start this one off at the 7-yard line.
Double one. Wow. Ouch.
So 93 yards away.
I think, Rich just talked about how clean of a game it was, and then Tigers get hit for a double. It's just football. It's going to happen.
And now D's heels are on the goal line back there as he takes this. You need to have a good snap here from DeAndre Berry. It's a good snap, clean. He gets it out there, a little tunnel screen. Rockland Lodge. Oh, there's going to be a hold out there.
He got away with it, I think.
He got away with a clear holding over there. So Rockland Lodge goes to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, the left tackle was grabbing his white jersey, just like I'm grabbing yours right now. I mean, we can see it without looking on the TV monitor. Yes, Rich?
The refs are letting him play. There was the ref right there. I guess he was blind to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's a big 7-yard play for the Tigers. They couldn't have gone much further back on that, but
no.
So 11:37 on the clock here in the second quarter. Clayton Dees has 2 receivers on the left and 1 single out there to the right. This time a big hole. He's got it. And running over defender, tackled.
Oh,
the ball comes out late. Palmetto Tigers scramble to get on the ball.
Dodged the bullet there.
So what you saw there was a great run by Jamari Parker. Gets into the game. And then there's a fumble and hustling back to recover that. Rich, who recovered that fumble? Well, from your vantage point on the Arctic Air sideline.
For us.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked like the offensive line. I mean,
yeah.
I could have ran through that hole. It was so big, and then they do that little punch thing, those DBs, and he knocked it out.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. These hands the ball off. This time running hard. Devon
Ooh.
gets a big run for a 7-yard gain, but huge hit over there by the linebacker. I believe that was 57 for the Canes, which would be Max Freeman comes in with a shot.
Yeah, Thomas paid the price for that, but it's got us in a second and manageable, which will open up the playbook here for the Tigers offense, who have been pretty much running and passing at will here.
2nd and 3. Fakes the handoff. There it is.
There it is.
He's got a receiver, and he's got it at the 20.
That's Wester
10,
again.
And it's Wester down to the 3. Now, here, you won't be able to see this. I believe Manatee was offside in high school football. That should be a dead ball. There is no free play in high school football.
I saw the same thing, too. It was the right end right here in front of us. And
it was one of the linebackers that came up. I think he was going to blitz.
Good point, Rich.
But, Rich, as you know, in high school football, that is encroachment, and that there is no free ball. So a break for the Tigers there.
We'll take it.
Driving forward, grinding Jamari
touchdown.
Parker for 6. So now with 10-12 on the clock, the Tigers here have taken advantage. It's going to be 20-10 on the board. Really, as you look at this as a spectator out there on the outside, we had a clear holding penalty not called, and then should have been a dead ball, and the Tigers, and what a big game tonight by Dylan Wester.
Yeah, and Dylan Wester only came in with 13 catches tonight, and he has been the go-to guy. And the scary thing is, well, of course, 2 things he's scary. His last name's Wester, and he's only a sophomore, and he's making a name for himself.
And they only get faster. DeAndre Berry fires this one back to McLean. Good hold. The kick is up and blocked.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be a dead ball here in high school. So that's a big play in this game. 20-10. Remember that one with 10-12 on the clock. The Tigers have a extra point blocked. We talked about him getting off the edge, and this time he came off the other edge. So it was, they made a little change there. They could see that the Tigers are not holding that edge on the extra point and field goal protection.
And they've been coming after him every time. You look at them coming off the edge, and they were hoping to get one. They finally did.
And you don't panic in that situation.
No.
But, the holder for the Tigers is your number 2 quarterback. If it's to a point where that's an issue, you can check out of that, and you can do some things with a very solid quarterback.
I didn't see a bad snap. It looked like a good hold. It's just that they're just coming after him.
They found a weakness and exploited it. So, like you said, you don't panic. You don't deal with this until later in the game. I've got my Dick Vermeil 2-point conversion chart ready to go when that time comes.
Of course you do, Ken. Of course you do. Ken is the minister of information. Now, looking, this is a football game. Deion Sanders, remember, he said the hardest sport to play, the hardest thing to do is hit a baseball. So remember our friends at Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. Fields the ball at the 9-yard line, tucks it up to the middle field. Woo! Look at the speed. That is obvious speed.
Tyron Jackson.
Was that Cole Ramsey? Was that
Jackson? I think it was number 3.
Number 3? Woo! Man,
that's
why
Jackson. That's why I want Brandon putting that thing in the end zone here. It's just scary every time they get their hands on the ball, and that breakaway speed.
Saturday, Sunday looking speed right there, right, Ken?
That's right.
So now Manatee here trailing by 10. 10:04 on the clock. Heidel waits the snap. 2 receivers to the right. And now quarterback draw. Tigers fill, and it's going to be Caleb Matalau with the tackle. So a gain of about 1 on the play.
Yeah, I think apparently with all his successful running so far, I think it looks like they might have made some adjustments with the defense to maybe spy him a little bit there, but well played by the Tiger defense.
And what Jaquez Green is doing over there, Tyrone Jackson in the backfield, he's kind of running a little flare out of there.
Yes, I saw that.
And as you key on that quarterback, then you're going to flip it out there late.
With some space.
2nd and 8 for the Canes. Slant.
Oh, pick!
Nearly picked off. And Trez Yarn initially, and then number 21, Keon Reddick, both had a shot at that one.
I saw them both break for the ball, and I'm thinking, they're going to go for it, and it's either going to be a touchdown one way or a pick six the other. But, boy, they had read that one. They had their eye on that. That might be a big play.
That's a big one. 3rd and 8 here. Palmetto Tigers need to stay disciplined. Lots of speed out here for the Manatee receivers. Tight end in the wing position, holding for the block. Throw it down there, and the ball is thrown short. Looks like the receiver and the quarterback had a little bit of miscommunication on the depth on that one. And that was out there, Ramsey Cole out there.
Who's been their go-to guy tonight. Bon Bean has led them statistically. But the most important thing, the Tigers get a 3 and out, and they get the ball back here. And let's see what Rock Lodge can do here fielding this punt.
Joey
Colonesco
back there to kick this one to Rock Lodge with a 37.5-yard punt return average.
And he's kicking with his left foot, so it's going to look a little bit different, coming.
Good, a little bit of a slow snap back there, and he's doing a little rugby-style driving kick. Bounces over the head of Rock Lodge.
Here we go.
He's at the 10, and good
clean block.
What a move! Clean block to 30, trying to bounce it out.
Hold on to it.
And he hangs onto the ball. He's down at the 31-yard line, so you can see, he didn't want to drop that 37.5-point average. And that was really a clean block out there. Rich, what did that sound like down there live?
That's right out of the Rich Robich playbook there. That was a great block. Clean, and nearly broke it.
With the left-footed punter, Coach Stevens knew exactly where that ball was going to go. He actually moved his player, his returner, to the field because he knew exactly where that was going to go.
Coach Stevenson really back in that Florida State Sugar Bowl back in the game changed the outcome of that game with a 24-20. But his punting inside the 5-yard line a couple times in that game, and he's a pro. So it's great to have him.
On our side.
Staff.
Former Manatee Hurricane.
Oh man, spinning and great tackle there. No, that's just
clean.
That is Kelly back there, Ian Johnson Kelly, just showing some great hand strength.
Yes, he just muscled him down. You're not going anywhere. Grabbed him, came right down like he'd been in the weight room a few times.
You saw the eagle perched high on the tower here. That was one of those. That was like a talon reaching out there.
Absolutely.
Amazing strength in that young man's hand.
Talons up.
2nd and 12 for the Tigers. 8:28 on the clock. Don't want to be in a hurry here. Got a 10-point lead.
Plenty of
Kalen Dees rolls. Keeps his head up.
Wide
open.
Out there,
got wide receiver Rock Lodge, and he runs out of bound at the 47-yard line, unable to put the brakes on.
Yeah, that's I've seen him stop on a dime, not only on the football field, but we've done a couple of basketball games, and it's just like he couldn't stop, and he just ran out of bounds. Well, they're bringing it back. Maybe there's something we did not see. Rich, what's the deal here? Maybe they called it.
Didn't see a penalty or anything, but
they said
he may have misjudged it.
No, what they said there that the Palmetto players must have taken the play before. I don't know. It's showing 3rd down on the marker.
3rd and 13, yeah.
Running hard out here. Dees looks and an incomplete pass high, and so that's going to bring up a 4th down here for the Tigers. One thing about the Palmetto Tigers receivers in your offense, you really the catch radius. Missing a guy like Callaway who is 6'4" with very long arms, not being out there tonight. It makes it tough with the catch radius on throws.
And
just
Clayton
like
Dees had all the time in the world. He just stand back there reading the defense, and could not get it completed. And
Manatee is really respecting our punter. I mean, he is all the way almost back
to the
end zone there. Now he's kind of moving up, but I think he knows, hey man, we
got to get 11 guys out there. Come on, guys. We don't need to take a timeout here to punt the ball.
Two returners back there for the Canes.
And they're dangerous.
DeAndre Berry with the snap, the center. And there's going to be
Flag.
a false start on the Tigers. And he aimed for that sideline, very short punt.
Okay, we got something here in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
getting a little chippy there in the middle of the field to be expected in a game like this.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a flag right at the snap.
I thought it was a false start on the Tigers.
I think you're right.
And not for Brandon Gonzalez, not one of his best punts.
No, it looks like they were having him directional kick, which that is hard to do in high school. Talked a little bit about it before, but I just let him boom the thing and get that hang time and force them to fair catch it and get down there and cover it.
So they're going to sort this one out. They're still, haven't changed the marker over there.
Probably a good idea since Manatee's looks like their offense is out there.
I think they got, they're going to decline this one unless they. Jacquez Green over there, very frustrated with the conversations that are going on.
I would take the ball right where it is. Right there near midfield. It went out about the 45 or so.
There. Now they spot the ball on the 49-yard line. So the Canes with great field position here. 8:03 on the clock here in the second quarter. Palmetto with a four-man front. Heidel looks, throws it out there, got a wide open receiver. Great play by Colton Davis. Great play.
Talk about timing. That ball was right there, but Colton Davis, Johnny on the spot, just hammered him perfect, knocked him out of bounds, knocked the ball loose. That was a Saturday play there, Brian.
Sure was.
Just like Dad.
Sure was. Got his arms through in hands between the receiver's hands and wedged that ball out of there, just like they coach him up.
Big play for the Tiger defense.
7:56 on the clock. Heidel is going to run it with Pinder this time. Pinder going to the left. This is a scoring play, and he goes for a first down on the play, gain of about 12.
And not only their scoring play, but their bread and butter all night. They've been very successful running up and down the field against the Tigers so far, and got a nice gain, going to move the chains, and we're going to probably continue to see a more heavy dose of this, Brian, Rich.
A.J. Causey, another burner, is out here wide to the right for the Canes. This time they hand it off to Pinder. He's driving to the left, running over defenders, gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, when you get 7 yards on first down, boy, that opens the playbook up here. But you're just going to keep see a heavy dose here, Pinder, until the Tigers can figure it out.
Brazelton's on the sideline talking to big number 75. And so Pinder gets it this time, and there's a great tackle. Now that's going to bring up a second and about 4. Now,
Matelow, yes, Caleb Matelow, our leading tackler.
Offensive lineman. Now you got Cameron Kennedy out there, number 50, and then number 75, generally who plays offensive line, is out there. Marcus Smith, 6'3", 287. So they're bringing the big package in there.
Trying to slow them down.
Try to slow them down. Going to bring more bodies, play a little downhill along line of scrimmage.
Hats off to Coach Rashad West for pulling out, getting your best athletes out there for this big game.
Manatee with 3 speedy receivers on this side of the formation, trying to lose one in coverage. They throw left for a completion, first down, driven out by Colton Davis, but number 4 there, A.J. Causey with a big catch.
Yeah, we haven't called his name out. Nice, good-looking receiver at 6'2", 172.
So
moving them chains.
6:31 here in the second quarter, and in the Cross River rivalry. We didn't think we might have a shootout going here tonight, but it looks like the offenses are a little bit ahead of the defenses tonight, Ken.
Yeah, Rich had talked about, this game being played earlier in the year. I really think the athletic directors got smart. This is a good money game for whoever's hosting. Hey, why don't you play that later in the year? And but this looks like the way these offenses are moving, an early, like they're ahead of the defense here. But this has been all year for the Tiger defense. But they're playing their hearts out tonight.
So really a good play there.
Very good play.
Palmetto goes with the heavier package up front. Manatee with a little hitch out there right at the marker. So
Now,
little chess being played here tonight.
Causey's, that's his 13th reception of the year.
Heidel hands the ball off. This time it's the speedy back, and he's going to jump over a defender and be run out of bounds at the 16-yard line, but not before a big gain on the play there by Tyrone Jackson.
So a little change of pace there with putting the speed back in there after they've been pounded. Great recipe, great strategy there.
Good play
by
call.
Jaquez Green.
You expect number 3 to be going to the long side of the field, not to the short side of the field with his speed. Fakes it to the short side of the field. Heidel's got an open receiver. It's the big tight end. He is tackled at the 5-yard line there. And that's a good-looking tight end. That's Cade Weiskopf, 6 foot, 210 pounds. I think he's gotten a little taller since the beginning of the season. Looks a little bigger than that.
Yeah, he's definitely. And he took a couple hits there, and he hung on to the ball, and good, imposing figure at tight end.
Pender in the backfield. Now there's a stoppage of play here, and it is going to be a timeout for the Palmetto Tigers. So that will be the second timeout taken by the Tigers here.
Yeah, and I think a good strategic call here. They have been moving up and down the field all night. Hey, let's see what we can do. Let's figure out how we can maybe keep them out of the end zone one more time, hold them to a field goal, maybe get a turnover, and see what we can and just to get them to focus back on what's important.
So at this point in the game, Manatee, you really want to put some points on the board. Thanks, Captain Obvious. You're going to put the points on the board and then stiffen on defense and then get the ball to start the third quarter. Going into halftime. The plan here, let's get 7, not 6.
Yes.
But we're going to at least settle for
get the old 2 for 1. Definitely want to get a score here to stay in this game. Nice shot from the drone with the beautiful new turf. Great crowd.
Hayden Randolph will fire this one back there, and it's Pender. He runs, and he's going to go for a gain. Picking up the first down. He's going to be down at the 4-yard line here in the Asa Power red zone.
Yeah, when you get a fresh set of downs, that's another reason why they probably took the timeout, knowing that it's going to be first and short for goal to goal.
Run left, hits a gap, and Matalau there for the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to be second goal from the 2.
It looked like they were running left, Brian, which they've had great success at, even on the short side of the field. And Jackson makes a cut and runs right into Matalau. Still gets positive yardage. They're halfway there.
Thought he got to the 2. Looks like he spotted at the 3 from our vantage point. Now they've got that big D tackle in there at fullback. And I like to see this formation, except the Wildcats. Direct snap to Pender, and he's in for 6. Jacoby Morrell in the backfield, unable to make the tackle.
Yeah, you just eliminate one more opportunity for a bad handoff. Just snap it to the back, and as you said, they put some linemen up there to go in front of for an easy score, and they're right back in this ball game with still a little less than 5 minutes left in this quarter.
Hayden Randolph will fire this one back there. Bean with the hold. The kick is up, and it looks like it is good. He hit that one extremely thin, but he got it through there.
Might have slipped on the play a little bit on the kick, but he got it through.
They all count.
Wasn't a boomer, but
yeah.
I tell you what, it's a confidence builder. He had one barely inside the right upright on this side of the field, on the east side, and this one that happened on the west side of the
you'll
field?
never see that in the stats. It just shows 2 PATs, and you just can't panic on something because normally, even if you just stand there and kick it, you're going to be able to kick it 20 yards through, and that's exactly Dennis Stollard, again, well coached over there on the Manatee side with those kickers, and keeps it a 3-point ball game here.
You know, Coach Stollard's been over there a long time. Was he there for Robbie Stevenson?
He was.
How about that?
Yeah. I mean, he was there before Canaan, and both stints with Canaan and every coach. And he knows exactly how many wins, because Manatee's like one of the winningest teams in the state of Florida. They're right up there with Miami Central and a few others, and as you see the trophy, he can tell you exactly how many wins that Manatee's had.
Look at that coloration on that top of that ball. No white stripe. It is, almost tan color. That's a great look from our TigerVision camera. And get a kick out of throwing hard, hitting hard, and moving fast with Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. Driving kick. And it's going to be fielded on the bounce, picked up there. And it's going to be Magwood trying to find a crease. Running, and then he's tackled at the 23-yard line.
Well, Magwood took one to the house against the Rams, so they should have seen that. Now, do you kick it to Rock Lodge or do you kick it to Magwood? You pick your poison here, but, I mean, they're kicking it right to him, and if I was him, I would have caught that on the run and not let it bounce. I mean, he's obviously knows what he's doing.
And one thing I've noticed on the Manatee kickoff team, it's like a college team, where you have your best tackling athletes are on there on your kick team.
Oh,
a lot of teams don't
especially
have,
tonight. Yeah,
they are out there. So you've got a lot of defensive starters out there.
And they're going to be on this side where he's going to kick the ball too. Yeah,
These
great
has
observation.
2 receivers out here to the left. He hands the ball off. Oh, big crease there. Running hard. First down. And that's probably Thomas. We'll get a number here. But drives forward for a big first down. It's going to stop the clock with 4:33.
Yeah. Yeah, he's running into the second, third level untouched.
You know what we got here tonight in this Cross River rivalry? We got some serious speed.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Just unbelievable, the quickness of backs and receivers on both these teams. This time he throws it out there, throws a little, great shake of a tackle there by Rock Lodge to the 40, 45, 50. Tries to make another one miss, begging for a block out there, gets it down the sideline, out at the 35. Now here, that tunnel screen there never should have worked.
Oh, no, absolutely not. But when you've got somebody there that, again, it can stop on a dime. We've seen him do it on the football field and the basketball court and just make people look bad. And there's people running around him, too, and they're not tackling him.
Perfect.
It's scary.
Perfect defensive call for the tunnel screen there. And Palmetto, with speed, gets away with it. No, there's Mouse gets that one for a gain of about 4, like they're going to say 4 yards on the play. So that's Thomas with a nice gain.
Yeah, and for him tonight, just a short gain. He's had some ones for he's just torched the defense, but again puts the Tigers in a second and manageable.
And because of Brandon Gonzalez, he's actually in field goal range at this point. Thomas takes it, and he big hit there. And just ran into a piece of granite there with Tyreek Robertson.
Yeah, goes 6'3", 315 if they're accurate. But
I've been watching him, and he reminds me of Jordan Davis for Jordan. He's at Philadelphia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's big, and he's been kind of quiet until now. I mean, he's really just kind of been clogging up the gaps
I would run the opposite way. Again, all of their defensive linemen have received college offers.
Manatee in press coverage on the left side of the formation and playing a little zone, little combination defense here.
Yeah, he is right up on Magwood.
Yeah.
Flag.
Ooh, boy.
Timeout. There's a flag down on the
down on the play.
On our side on
probably
about 28.
Some movement along the line.
Offside on the defense looks like.
I tell you what, the quarterback be lucky. I say lucky, but fortunate. I don't.
Rich, you were right on that because he had a beat on him that time to number 55, and that is Ian Kelly Johnson Kelly.
Yeah.
And he's a beast. And
we've just been getting rid of the ball and executing.
3rd and 1. High snap. Great. He gets the corner. Got a block out there, Devon Thomas.
And a flag coming from way across the field that probably had 3 seconds of hang time.
Yeah.
From way across the field. And Clayton D saved that play. He went up there and got that ball.
I don't have the officiating crew in front of me here. But, man, what a toss, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that thing was a good 25, 30 yards in the air to the middle of the field. There was something away from the play, and it's going to be against the Tigers holding on the right side of the formation. It had nothing to do with the play, but Tigers got caught on that one.
Yeah, running to the short side of the field. Clayton Dees went upstairs and got that and set up Thomas for a decent run, but it's coming back.
3rd and 11 here for Clayton Dees. You can bet that Manatee is going to be bringing a little pressure here. Dees has plenty of time. Clean pocket. Throws it down the sideline. Got a receiver. There's some holding down there. It is not called.
Oh, my goodness.
So, incomplete pass.
Oh, Coach Rashad West's got his hands up. Come on. My goodness. He literally grabbed his arm. And they're just, like Rich said earlier, it sounds like they're just going to let them play. So, what, as long as you call it that way, both ways, you know what you're playing with, it's okay. So, we're sitting at, 40,
34,
50-yard field goal or
51 from
51 and 4th and 11. The offense is still out on the field. And not a bad call, as successful as they've been. Now, they've been good across the middle of the field.
You want to burn
about 25 miles an hour at east wind, so I don't know if you'll.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, Rich. D's got a man.
Wide
it's
open.
Rock Lodge. Takes a hit. He's
it.
got the first down, and he's going to go down at the 16-yard line. Huge play. Clayton D's.
Huge play, and they didn't panic, and they've been successful throwing to the middle of the field. They put their Rock Lodge, their top receiver, in the slot. He just runs down the field, and it's just an easy pitch and catch on 4th down. They're respecting their speed, obviously. He was wide open.
Yeah, they threw it to the side with the zone coverage. The press coverage over here was pretty tight over here, so threw it the other side middle, and then this time he throws it out there. That's going to go for nothing. Goes for a loss on the play. Magwood gets that one out there, and it's a complete pass, but it goes for about a 4-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, that's where throwing up against that press coverage, unless you've got some good blocking out there.
But, sequentially, though, Ken, you're coming up that hard.
Yes.
It's the old out and up, the old wheel from one of those receivers behind that coverage because they're playing awfully tight over there.
Yes, on both of them. And, there's going to be a little
hitch.
A little hitch there, and somebody's going to have a nice pitch and catch for a score.
And you're going to need to make sure that number 55 from that opposite side of the field there, Ian Johnson Kelly, doesn't get a clean shot on the quarterback.
Yes.
He's not going to be able to do that out of a dirty pocket. But if he's got some time, you may see something there in the future because that was tight press coverage.
Yes. Now there's 141. So, again, you talked about the 2-for-1. If we're able to score, it would be great to end the half here, but you don't want to score too early to give Manatee the ball right before halftime here. But
no,
the most important thing right now is for the Tiger offense to get in the end zone or get some points out of this.
Palmetto will line up 3 receivers out here to the right. Rock Lodge in the slot. You got Yair Diaz out there wide to the right. Magwood out to the left. Ooh, got him. He had him. And
he had him.
A little confusion on the route. Actually had Dylan Wester on the middle of the field. Had 2 receivers open on that play.
And he had plenty of time. Great job with the offensive lineman giving him a pocket just to pick apart the Manatee secondary. We haven't mentioned them, but they've got some studs on that defensive line that they're been able to give Dees plenty of time to throw the ball.
You know, Dees obviously has he's got a kind of he can get that ball out of there in a hurry.
Real quick, yes. Good point.
Minute 36, Dees rolls, throws a little middle screen.
There
He's
it
got
is.
a man. It's going to be Magwood. It's going to be a foot race. And he
Thomas.
is in for
Thomas.
6 with Devon Thomas. The Mouse takes that one to the house. So Devon Thomas, what a beautiful play call.
And again, kind of like how you said to set it up, it's instead of running a hitch, we'll just throw a little screen to the back and let him do his thing for the easy score.
And I did not think that Clayton Dees was, and we talked about Johnson coming in off he needed that extra time. Obviously some great blocking out there by the offensive line for the Tigers, because that play was very slow developing. But
do a nice little lob over that line, like, he needs a little more push on it, but it was perfect.
Blocked again. This one's Ian Johnson Kelly with a block right in the middle of the field. So Palmetto having problems here with the extra points. And
I would not want to be around Robbie Stevenson right now. We rarely get kicks blocked, but that's 2 tonight in a big game like this, and you just hope that we don't pay the price later in the game. But hats off to the Tiger offense, a very well constructed drive down the field, eating the clock up, still a minute 27.
Okay, so a minute 27 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers with 26-17. Now the flag is blowing over there. It is a stiff wind.
Into the wind, yes.
That Gonzalez
good point.
is kicking into. That
Yes.
a Rich Robick with the Arctic Air sideline report. How's that wind feeling down there? Is it getting brisk?
Let's see what we got here. It's about a good 10 mile an hour wind, probably gust 15.
Yeah, so that's going to make a difference. So Manatee's going to have a chance to return this. You got two kids. You got Bon Bean back there,
who's been quiet tonight,
and you got Tyrone Jackson back on the other side.
Yeah, both are speed burners.
Gonzalez drives a high kick, and that one's going to back up, and it's going to come down to about the 7-yard line. It's going to be taken there by Jackson. Looks for a crease, and he's going to be tackled. Pretty good coverage there by the Palmetto Tiger unit, 31-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good coverage by the Tiger special teams there. I'm just impressed that Brandon was able to kick it into that wind. I mean, it is really blowing, and he got it down to the 7-yard line.
With it,
and they made they held him inside right around the 30-yard line, which is great for high school.
And he didn't kick a low kick. It was way up.
I mean,
and
the thing about it, that's going to hold the ball in the air, which allows your players to get down there to cover it, and they stayed in their lanes, and good job.
Manatee with all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time on the clock. 1:20. You got to stop with first downs. They throw it. Just overthrown. That one was intended for number 6 there, Torrey Gilly.
Who's been their go-to guy tonight.
He had found a lane back there, Ken.
He did. We had a defender kind of try to jump it, and fortunately nobody got it. If he'd caught that thing, he might have banged his head into the goalpost.
I love it when you say that, Ken. 1:16 on the clock. 2 receivers out wide to the right, 2 out to the left, including that big tight end. Look, there may be a blocking situation over there. He looks toward that tight end, rolls to his left, and he's going to take it for a gain of about 6 on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, nice move by the Canes quarterback, getting that 6 yards. Still 1:09. They still got their timeouts, and a third and man. It's got about a 6 or 7. Got a bad spot.
I thought so.
Looked like he was much closer.
It sure did. From this vantage point, from 70 yards away where we are, it looked like
poor eyesight. Both of us.
And through a glass that's dirty. It's not dirty. So now Heidel looks. Now he throws it out there. It's a tunnel screen. Got a good block out, which he needs. And he is going down that sideline, and he's going to be finally driven out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Now a minute on the clock.
And kudos to Coach Jaquaz Green. Hey, if Palmetto can do it, why don't we try a little screen like that? And the thing about it, our guys were in place. They just could not tackle the guy. But again, you're trying to tackle somebody that can run like Rock Lodge, so it's easier said than done.
No, we want no part of that action tonight. A minute on the clock. Kane's driving, and he looks for a block. Now he throws it out there late, and it's an incomplete pass. And that would have gone for about a 6-yard gain. Would have stepped out of bounds. So not that big of a deal.
There was a little bit of green, but again, I would have short side, head out of bounds, and stop that. Save your timeouts.
So it really just
really nobody hurt there for them. Just line up.
55 on the clock. Bon Bean is the one I'd look out for here now, Ken. Number 10.
He has been quiet.
He's had a very good game. He's being covered over there by Yair Diaz. And this time they run it. And running hard, and he's got a lane. And he's finally brought down at the 10-yard line. Clock is at 46 seconds here.
Yeah, they've been able to run the ball all night, and you can run it to the short side, and which is just almost like passing. You know, hey, if we can run this well, we can get out of bounds if we need to, and just run until you don't have anywhere else to run. And they were able to get inside. Looks like nearly first and goal.
Isaiah Jackson with a touchdown-saving tackle there, or drove him out of bounds. Tyrone Jackson in the backfield. Heidel. Jackson with the ball, trying to get the edge. A pretty good position there. Number 14 for those Palmetto Tigers is Ryan Cotton out there making the play and turning that sucker in.
Yeah, he did exactly what he was supposed to do to force him back in, and he can run. He made a great play there and saved us a touchdown. Again, 29 seconds. Manatee gets the ball. It would be great to not have them get in the end zone and give them the ball to start the second half. But hopefully the Tiger defense, playing the best game they've had all season, can keep them out of the end zone here as we wind down this first half.
Ken, looking at the field here, you can see the players are trying their best, and along the sidelines, they're taking a knee, they're sitting down. They're trying to keep something in the tank here, because you can see that this game is starting to take a toll on both teams.
It is. That's a good point, Brian. You don't want to panic.
But they've
got a lot of football ahead of them.
They've been flying all over the field.
Yes, they have.
And Heidel now looks things over. Look for that fade out there. He looks, throws it, and it's this incomplete pass. Tried to hook up there with Ramsey Cole, the sprinter across on a little drag route, incomplete pass.
And he catches that thing. He could easily scoot into the end zone. So big play here, probably the biggest one of the game, Brian. Third and 9. They can get a first down on about.
The ball is spotted on the 10.
Yeah,
and we've got
looks like they could,
3rd and 9.
They can get a first down
here in the Ace of Power red zone.
We haven't had really much of a sack. It'd be great to have a sack right now.
Now there is going to be a timeout by the Palmetto Tigers. That's going to be the 3rd timeout for the Tigers. And Manatee and Palmetto are going to take a little rest here. But what a fun game to call here tonight.
Oh,
Tim.
Yeah, this has been really exciting. A lot of offense on both sides. Probably 500 yards tonight, easy. And we're not through yet here, and second half ahead of us. Get this crosstown rivalry, playing for that trophy, playing for a district championship, playing for first round in the playoffs in 2 weeks, and they may be right back playing each other in 2 weeks with the way those crazy computer systems work.
Yeah, either
picking strength of schedule. Yeah,
could be right back here, and we were going to do some showing the fields before the game. The Manatee High Field and Palmetto Field, they're the same. Yeah, it's the same Rhino Blend 26 or whatever it is, and so that's
good. That's good memory.
Is that correct?
I think you're right, man.
Okay. It could be dyslexic. It might be a 62, but the fields are the same, and between the lines, it's going to be the same conditions. They both run east and west. Now
That's
3rd
right.
and 9 for the Canes. Big play here.
Big play.
He looks to his right,
Got
and throws it out there late, and great play by the Palmetto Tiger defender. He's tackled at the 20-yard line. And number 17 for the Tiger, that's your DN, Zachary Samuel Jr.
Samuel looked like his dad out there playing, the former Parade All-American out of Manatee, with a huge play. He figured that out, instead of rushing, he kind of stayed over there and waited for the play to evolve and then made the play.
6'3", 230.
10th grader.
10th grader.
With a lot of upside, a lot of good.
Woo, what a play.
That was a big-time
Zachary
play.
Samuel. Now, here's the point for the Canes. The ball is going to be on the 20-yard line, so that's going to be a 37-yard field goal.
Good math.
If you take, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're sharp, man.
Well, it's 20 minus 3.
That's right.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Or you can double 10 twice minus 3. There's different
Or
formulas.
add 17,
but
17 times 2 minus 17.
So that is a pretty long field goal.
Long field goal.
He's got the wind directly at his back, and he's set up on the left hash, which is easier for a soccer-style kicker, but he's a lefty.
He's a lefty, so it's going to move to the right.
That's
so
tougher.
He's going to want to kick the ball right at that left upright.
Yeah.
That tailwind could be a negative too.
And the Tigers are.
I would just want it in the middle of the field if it was me, but those are wide hashes in high school. Let's see what he can do. He's a good kicker.
Hayden Randolph is going to snap this one back. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is bending, and it is.
It's no good, guys.
No good. So a big stop for the Palmetto Tiger defense. Really the defensive play of the night.
Okay, go ahead.
To this point, Zachary Samuel.
Yeah, to keep them from not scoring when they get the ball to take the second half. Great momentum.
Brian, we're going to try and get Coach Green here coming in the locker room.
Hey, Rich, as you know, I think you and he played against each other on the Florida versus Georgia. You better get on your pony because he's a lot faster.
You want to get your alumni friend from Southeast, right?
Run, Richie, run.
Trying to get him on a minute.
Okay,
hey.
Rich.
Where's Coach Green at? Seen him?
Coach West? Coach Green? Is he
going to try to catch up with Coach Green
at
the halftime.
Good. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Okay, got it. There he is.
Mr. Hudson.
All right, we're gonna.
I saw Rich running across the field there. It looked like
Green. You're right on.
Okay, Rich, we're going to get back here. Maybe we may have some distance issues there, and I want you to summarize your halftime interview there with Coach Green. Obviously, you look like a dancing bear running across that field. I saw you close the gap there. Thank you for catching that one for you. Get it a little closer to the press box here, Rich. Might be have a little difficulty tonight. But you know what we saw out of the first half of play here. And Troy, I thought Troy Bellamy would join us here tonight. And
he may still pop in, hopefully, get some stats.
He was going to go up to a game, but as the band breaks the field, let's watch the band.
Yeah, we're definitely have some technical difficulties, but I'll tell you what Coach Green said. He said, we're just not getting enough pressure on the quarterbacks, and that's something that we were talking about earlier about them not having any sacks, and he agreed. He said, look, we got to get more pressure on the quarterback, and that's going to be the message going back into the second half.
Thank you for that Arctic Air sideline report, Rich Robick, and we're going to now listen to that Palmetto Tiger marching band here as we go into halftime.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Because I don't want to ruin my game.
And vaping and sports just don't mix.
Because I care about my lungs.
You're hot, Rich.
Because it's more addictive than cigarettes.
Because getting suspended doesn't look good on college apps.
Because we don't know the long-term effects.
Because it's stupid. What's your reason?
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Connolly Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Connolly Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Check.
Check, you good?
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Check, check. Check, check. Do you hear me okay, Brian? Brian, do you hear me?
Is that better? We're good. Now, is it
Green is a big place. I think you're not your microphone.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, is Brian Vonador up there? Brian up there?
Please welcome to the field your Palmetto High School Tiger Regiment Marching Band. The band is directed by Mr. Samuel Copel. Visual caption head is Sebastian Collado. Percussion instructors are Mervyn Christopher and Alexander Gonzalez. Color guard instructors are Raekwon Armstrong and Gabrielle Antoine. The Haunted, drum major Sean Brown, is your band ready?
Scary.
Let's hear it for your Tiger Regiment Marching Band.
We hope you're enjoying the halftime show. We're going to kick off the activities with our Arctic Air sideline reporter at the conclusion of the band's presentation.
Let's hear it again.
Good, big baby. Hey, get you some pickle juice, baby. Just a couple shots. It's one of them games. Go, who's your big game?
Yeah, it's not over.
Last time I saw them, they didn't have a passing attack.
Sarasota, when we had run for 3 and 4.
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, Riverview, they were doing this. It was 52 to 41. They were scoring track line.
takes a while for those receivers to figure this thing out. You know, they're less older guys. It's good stuff. It's good concept.
Seal that gap with their trampolines.
Yeah, that might come back and cost us.
So they almost got two of them from the outside. They got one from the outside and one from the inside. All right, 13 seconds. Welcome back to the Cross River rivalry here. Very exciting first half. Palmetto Tigers with a 26-17 lead. And you know, Ken, tonight has been a little bit of a track meet.
Yes, a track meet in a good way. That the Tigers have had the lead, and they've been able to maintain it. They've played well on special teams, which was a key. In my opinion, they had to win this tonight. Offensively, it has been a track meet, but they've had some sustained drives and moved the ball and used. I don't know if they've won the time of possession, but they have played well, and the defense has come up and with a bend but don't break. You know, as far as when they needed to keep them out of the end zone, they have, and that's why we're up 26-17.
Yeah, the defense with a great stand to close out the second quarter there. Fantastic play made there for the Tigers by Zachary Samuel Jr. The 6'3", 230, pretty much put the Canes out of field goal range. They tried a late field goal and was unable to complete it, and so now Tigers are hanging on to this. So those of you turning in that think the game is over at this point, you would be wrong, because the Manatee Canes are going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing we talked about, that they'd get the 2-for-1 and score and then get the ball in the second half. So hopefully for the Tiger defense, momentum builder. If you remember back in the Sarasota game when they had the little Sarasota we were having another track meet with them, and once they settled down after the sideline skirmish, they played really good defense, and hopefully they can rebound off of that and continue to play well here into the second half.
And that you can see that there was some motivation at halftime by Jaquez Green, because that team was lined up very early, and get a kick out of hit lab where competition creates intent. Successful plays, just hit the ball harder, hit it harder with hit lab in Palmetto. Gonzalez approaches the ball, another high kick, and it's going to be fielded there by Jackson, looking for a crease, and he's going to be tackled at the 27-yard line. Good return, but pretty good coverage by the Tigers.
Yes, and again, you're kicking into that stiff wind, keeps the ball up there. Tigers are able to get down and cover, and they've done well. They kind of box them into their own corner, so it just limits using the field to their advantage.
So Ramsey Cole's going to start out here wide. Heidel has one back in the backfield with him. Big tight end is wide on the short side of the field. And this time Heidel fakes it, throws it across the middle, incomplete pass, a little high on that. Pretty good defense there by Captain Isaiah Jackson, but ball is a little slightly overthrown.
Yeah, first target to their top receiver, Bon Bean, coming in with 6 touchdowns, and he has. That's the first time I think you've called his name all night, and here we are at the beginning of the third quarter.
So really a good matchup that you've seen is Bon Bean and Colton Davis over there. You know, they've been locked up tonight.
Some serious speed there now, and some athletic ability.
Oh, this time he bounces it out, spins off a tackle, but knifing in there. We'll get a look on that.
Yeah, had he not cut back in there or was cutting out, it made it easier for the Tiger defender to make the stop there. And Ryan puts him in a 3rd and long.
Again, Ryan Cotton, you know, he made that play on the wide side of the field, turned it back in earlier, so he's having a very, very nice night
just
tonight.
What the doctor ordered for the Tiger defense. Got him 3rd and long here.
3rd and long, clock 11:17 on the clock. Heidel steps back in the pocket, throws the long ball down there. Good coverage by the Tigers. Can do.
He was never open.
And, you know, we talked about Colton Davis and those sideline routes. What he does, he gets in position. This is what the guys on Saturdays do. He gets that leverage, and then you can kind of throttle back a little bit and play the ball.
Yes.
And you got that guy on your outside shoulder down the sideline. You got him.
You've got him, and he was just running stride for stride. I think that was Bean again, trying to get him into the game and try to spark the offense. But the Tiger defense gets a 3 and out, which was just what the doctor ordered here again to start the second half.
Colonesso back there to punt this one away. Good snap, and it's a left-footed kick out of there, spinning, driving. Rockland Lodge on the return. He's at the 35, stops momentarily, turns to the sideline, and he's going to really damage that punt return yardage on that one. But he takes it out of there, stops the clock with 10:54 here in the 3rd quarter. Great stop for the Palmetto Tiger defense on that first possession.
So you look at the Tiger defense, who has given up over 30 points a game. They still might make it there, but they held them in the first half at the end, and they missed a field goal, and they come out with the momentum, get that 3 and out, get the ball back to the Tiger offense, who's been pretty much working on all cylinders here tonight. Let's see how they come out.
Let's kick it down to our Arctic Air sideline reporter. Rich, how's the field down there?
It feels great. You still got that east wind. I guess the tide just shift or something out the Terracea. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know that, of course, we talked to Coach Green after we had some audio issues. He did say that we need to really get some more pressure on the quarterback, and I think that's both ways, Palmetto and Manatee. So we'll just see what happens, and hopefully they can get around the edge and get some pressure, so a lot of that secondary stuff, doesn't blow up like it has.
Hey, that's a great observation there by our Arctic Air sideline reporter. This time Dees throws it out there. Receiver slips, got up, makes a one miss, and he gets to the 40 and the 46-yard line. He was down on his knee.
Before he caught the ball.
But he got up off his knee. Rock Lodge.
And then he turns around and runs. How can somebody do that?
Well, like we've said before, there's some guys, he may not have 4.4 speed, but if he's got 4.5, it's sideways.
It's north, south, east, and west, and stopping on a dime.
Stopping on a dime and underneath the ping pong table if necessary. It's just incredible, the quickness and cat-like quickness by Rock Lodge. This time they hand it off to Parker, and he goes for no gain on the play. The Canes defense, a little extracurricular there coming off of there, but that was Tez. That had to be Tez McDowell, the linebacker. He is a dynamic linebacker.
He is. He is.
And Jamari Parker really nowhere to go on that.
Nowhere to go. So that puts them 3rd and long here.
3rd and 7.
They've done well tonight on 3rd down. Really much having their way.
Press coverage and then
we're talking about looking like some
little
blitz
stack
in there.
formation. That's interesting. Look out there to the far right. You've got Dylan Wester out there with Rock Lodge. They're trying to lose one in coverage out there to the right. Press coverage over here to the left. Now he's bailing over here.
We got a flag.
It's going to be a flag on the Tigers, and it's going to be a false start.
So, 3rd and 12.
About 3rd and 12.
Yeah.
Short 13, long 12. So 9:50 on the clock.
And again, they've been successful throwing to the middle of the field.
Yeah, 3rd down conversions has not been a problem for the Tigers tonight.
Short or long, Clayton Dees has had ample time to throw to pick apart the defense.
Look for number 55, Ian Johnson Kelly, off that edge. Now Clayton Dees looks, throws it in the slant, and there. Oh,
no.
Dylan Wester very upset about not having that opportunity to go down the middle of the field. Defense there by number 21, and that would be Diaz.
So we see 500 yards of offense or so. We don't have any stats, but well on its way. And then the first two series for both teams, we go 3 and out. So adjustments settling in here.
You know, we talk about
Wester here. He's coming off the sideline.
Not very happy.
Not very happy, and maybe rightly so.
Look out there.
Critical snap for
I don't think they can get there with this.
DeAndre Berry. And Palmetto move, no call. And, they nearly blocked that one.
Off.
Gets it off. And it's going to roll. DeAndre Berry there covers that one on the 17-yard line. And, Rich, you know, I know your son's a long snapper down there on the Arctic Air sideline. That was pretty close to being a block punt there.
It's kind of a thing I've been asking coaches in high school. Football back there pretty quick. Also, and ask them about blocking the kicks. And a lot of coaches on this level, they say, look, we try and stay a little conservative with that because we get some undisciplined. And but this team, Manatee, they're coming. They're taking.
Thanks very much for the Arctic Air. Oh, big hit by Manilow there. Loads up on Pender. So you had 220, and you had your linebacker Manilow there. You know, that would be one for the guys at Hit Lab.
They could have moved Mack Truck on that one with the force. My goodness.
You could feel the concussion up here in the press box on that one. Shake some more termites loose up here. So 9:08 on the clock. And it's second and a very long 9 for the Canes. Pender is in the backfield. Palmetto dropping back. Pender nowhere to go. Jacoby Morrell first, then Manilow cleans it up.
Finishing up.
So Jacoby Morrell all his DN position, and then Manilow cleans things up.
And if you remember back in the first half, he was getting positive yards, double digits pretty much on every play, it seemed like. And so far the Tiger defense has done well here in these first two series, but big third down again here for the Tiger defense.
Watch Cam Kennedy on this, number 50. Bull rush. Great rush there by Kennedy. Making a guy miss, but only a 2-yard completion. Going to bring up a punting situation for the Canes. You saw there, hey, Rich, former DN over there at Georgia. How'd you like that bull rush from number 60 on that one?
Like I said, it's just the same story. It's got to get some pressure on the quarterback. And this is the result of it right here, a punt.
10-4, thank you for that Arctic Air sideline report. 7:48 on there. Coloniso goes back there to fire this one away. Rock Lodge awaits. He's setting up shop on the 42-yard line. Look if Coloniso fires this one to the left side of the field. He does. Little rugby-style kick.
Kicking away from him.
Yep.
Oh, what a bounce.
That is a beautiful coffin corner type kick.
Oh, yeah.
And, when you got it puts a little different spin on the ball, and especially with this turf, you can get a lot of extra yards just by being able to roll out and kick to the side like that.
And again, with that wind behind his back is helping it too.
No doubt.
So 45 yards on that.
Yeah, so
net. Flip the field.
So the Palmetto Tigers line things up again.
So now we're in a game where field position is playing in here where you don't want to have a turnover.
Damari Magwood is out here wide with Rock Lodge, 2 receivers on the right side of the formation for the Tigers. Clayton Dees looks, steps up, and he's going to run. Plenty of room. Keeps his eyes down the pocket. And very heads-up play by number 11 there for Manatee. You never jump on the fake. Elijah Perry with a very heads-up play to limit that to a 3-yard gain.
Especially when you're past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
He can't throw it. It's a penalty, but yes, great play.
It's a little bit of a harder sell, but people still bite.
They do it, yeah. You just don't know. That's why you try it.
So now to this side of the field, Magwood is over here with Lodge. They're looking things over. Plenty of time on the clock.
And it just seems like he would have had more. He would have gained more yardage on that too. He only got 2 yards.
Damari Magwood back there in the backfield. See if they go to a draw type action on the left side of the formation. No, Manatee's coming.
Coming up the middle.
He rolls to the right, and then he gets the ball batted. An incomplete pass stops the clock there with 7:08. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. In a game where the offenses were kind of flourishing, we start the second half, and the defenses have stepped up here.
They have not come out of the locker room, I guess. Yeah, a tale of 2 halves here, the way this game is unfolding. Somebody can get a first down here, going to win the game.
Lots of room over here for maybe a scissors route down the sideline.
Yes.
So
jump
and encroachment there on the Canes. That's going to back them up 5 yards. You know, in the first half, the Tigers had the benefit of a cane jumping offside and had almost a free play, which in high school, shouldn't be. But this time, it was Johnny on the spot.
Johnson Kelly jumping.
Yep. And he's really, you can see tonight, he is playing with tremendous intensity tonight. Ian Johnson Kelly, he's a player.
Yes, he is.
Oh, perfect timing on the blitz. And Brock Lodge makes a great catch, backs up, and goes for the first down. Now, that was ridiculous. We talked about going in any direction.
4-5, north, south, east, and west.
He's like a joystick.
He's like a joystick. What do they call that in Madden?
And I tell you what, Rock Lodge is a basketball player, right?
Well, he's got some ups.
He's all dialed into football right now.
He was going to dunk.
He has some ups.
He was dunking that one. He was going up for the 2-hand dunk. At 5'8", he's up there dunking the ball.
Really fun to watch.
Yeah, oh yeah, 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Clayton Dees, plenty of time. Now they break it down. He throws down. Might be an intentional grounding there. Is there a receiver?
He got it to the line of scrimmage, but was there somebody over there?
No. Ooh.
No flag yet. Second down.
Jaquez Green real
he's
pleased
lobbying,
with that.
He's lobbying real hard over there, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, that one looked a little bit like grounding there because inside the tackle box. No call on the play. Heads up play by Clayton Dees, not to take a sack there. But
they're really
2nd 10.
Sending those linebackers.
Yeah, and that guy timed that blitz so perfectly.
Here they coming.
Hit the slant under that. This time,
no,
ball's
no
on
turnovers.
The ground, and Dees is able to scramble back and get that one. That's the break the Canes needed, but good play by the quarterback hustling back to recover.
Yeah. Now that we're in a defensive struggle again, you don't want to have turnovers, and that one was very close. So the Tigers are behind the chains, and with a 3rd and long here.
I think he can still, with the linebackers coming in, still throw a skinny post.
Yes, it's got to be open. Yeah, they're sending the.
Look at that.
There's 8 or 9 in the. There's 8.
Now he's dropping this time. Dees throws it out again, an incomplete pass. This time he has a receiver out there, so that's going to bring up another punting situation. 5:49 on the clock.
So like Rich said earlier, you've got to rush these quarterbacks both sides, and Manatee sending the house there. It's working so far.
Well, he definitely got the message happening. It's really sketchy. Those linebackers are coming up, and they got to watch out because they can get off sides pretty quick. But it definitely is an art to be able to blitz like that and time it up perfect.
You should know. 5:49 on the clock, and Gonzalez is going to wait for the snap from Barry. This is looking spooky. Manatee is rolling everybody up there. Palmetto moves. That's going to be a false start on the Tigers. Manatee was clean. They jumped toward the line of scrimmage, did not cross the line of scrimmage. Tez McDowell, he did a great job of messing with the offensive or the protectors there across the offensive line. Two dynamic returners back
We've got to get this punt off and then deal with them.
You got Tyrone Jackson and Bon Bean back there, Bon Bean Jr.
Yep.
Hurry.
Oh, he gets it out of
Good job.
there. He got a roughing.
We should have one, but I think they missed it.
There's a flag up here on the receiving side.
DeAndre Berry there.
Great. I'll tell you what, number 4, our punter, he really sold it though. I'll tell you what.
Well,
it looked good.
He hung it up, kept that leg out.
You got to keep that leg up and let him run right into it.
Kenny used to hang that thing up there like a ballerina, and and then it was like almost like a soccer player. It was like the wind could touch him, and he'd act like you had absolutely annihilated him.
They must have saw through it, and play. They're letting them play.
Yeah, you've said that earlier, and it's been spot on.
Really good, and DeAndre Berry, Rich, I know you watch a lot of long snapping. He was right on top of that ball. When the receiver made that, it was almost like a halo rule violation. He was that far down the field, and that's a 275-pound long snapper in great position.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That cover down is a big part. Snapper in college over at Western. That's one thing that we definitely work on. Make a difference.
Thank you very much, Rich.
So what happened with the flag that was back here? Okay, no flag. I thought it was a flag. Okay, beanbag.
So as they sort this out, 5:36 on the clock, Manatee will have this one, 2 receivers out to the right side of the formation. It looks like a run heavy to the short side of the field. The back there looks like Pender's in the back.
Which they have been successful tonight with that.
And there it is. And this time, it's not Pender. That's a little too quick to be Pender. So
that's Jackson probably.
Yeah, they
change of
Tyrone
pace.
Jackson in there.
Yeah, run the big guy and then bring Jackson in to change the pace there and move the chains. This is like going back to the first half now.
Looks like he may have tweaked. He's running out. He got a little ankle tweak or a hammy there, but he looked like he was running that one off. He's a little thicker than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Now the big Pender's back there in the backfield with Heidel. He faked. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Ball. Yep.
And now hustling, make a play is Manilow, and that's going to be he's inside the tackle box, and it's past the line of scrimmage.
And there was a receiver over there.
Incomplete pass.
Shannon, 14, the wide receiver, was in the vicinity.
Second 10.
But a break for the Tiger defense there on a bad snap where he lost the ball, and which allowed to get the pressure that was needed.
Still not much time burning on the clock. 5:09 here, Manatee. Heidel is in the pistol formation. Big Pender in the backfield. Runs it left, short side of the field, driving hard, goes for about a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd, and we'll call it 5.
3rd and 5.
Maybe now 3rd and 4.5, 5. Right there.
We got a Tiger down. That's Zach Samuel.
That's going to be a cramp. The way that they've been running out here tonight, Samuel.
As nice as I think it's still 80 degrees out there, so it's about that time in the game, and they've been playing their hearts out. Here for a couple hours.
The difference in this Manatee Palmetto game, we used to play the game so much earlier. We used to have rain delays.
Come back and play on Saturday one time, remember?
We got in here so late it was midnight. I felt like we were having to talk through a telethon. And
That's right.
We played the game the next day, but we've had year after year after year with storms and weather. The game being this later in the season, it's really been nice.
Nice, and again, football subsidizes a lot of the other sports, and when you have a nice gate, that's more dollars into the athletic budget to fund those. So should have these later in the season, and again, all the big hype with the district championship on the line, and it's been a great game.
So during this break here in the action, 4:49 on the clock, to summarize the game, Ken, to this point, for those of you who are joining us late, it's been a really exciting game here at Harley Stadium. Very close, very competitive.
Yeah, it's been close, but it's been a tale of two halves. Again, several hundred yards of offense on the first half, and now you're seeing a defensive battle with the adjustments they've made, and so it's a long way from being over.
Yeah, and the tweaks on the defensive line for Palmetto, instead of the three-man look, what they're doing, they're putting number 99 out there. Autry Miller's getting a lot of playing time tonight. So different look for the Tigers. Oh, looked like a little hold there on the inside of the line. Flares it out there for a big completion to the back, down the sideline. Pender, first down, Canes.
Yeah, Manatee's putting together a nice drive here, the best one we've seen in the second half. Going back to their bread and butter here, working that short side of the field with some run and pass, and this has been the best penetration for any offense so far.
Oh, bounces off a tackle, drives forward right at the marker there. Big gain on the play.
And again, and then after you run the big back, you put Jackson in there again for that change of pace and for an 8-yard gain.
And he's running the ball there was a lot of contact near the backfield, and he's bouncing off a lot of tackles, and it's confusing. When you see him running the ball, you think it's the big back Pender, but no, it's Jackson tonight, showing his versatility and his toughness. Gets the ball again, jump cut, bounces outside, great cut. This time the Tigers are on that, and a great play by Isaiah Jackson, the captain tonight. A huge stop on the play.
Yeah, definitely play needed to get to Manatee's gotten a lot of momentum on this drive, and to put them in a third and longer is great for the Tiger defense. Let's see if they can stop them here, but I think we're probably talking two-down territory with where we are in the game here.
And I wonder, that may have been Vantrez Yarn, 33 or 23.
It was a great play.
It's a great play.
It was needed.
3rd and 6 for the Canes. Throw a little hitch there, and it's going to be complete at the 25-yard line. It's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Gave him the spot across the
number
25.
12, Jalen Bryant. I think that might be his first catch tonight.
Now decision time here for the Canes. Not much of a decision
not much
here.
Of a
you're going to take this one. You're going to put the big back in there. Pender's back in the backfield, and you're going to play some football right here and run the ball. Big possession for the Palmetto Tiger
defense. The goal
defense.
is to stop a 5'10", 225-pound back from getting 1 yard with two big linemen in front of you. And a direct snap.
Direct snap. Good job by Kennedy.
He's still going. He's still going.
And he's driving forward, and he's going to go down to the 3-yard line. Just driving out of the Wildcat formation. That's all. Only one receiver in the formation. Heidel, the quarterback over here to the right. It's a good hint that,
Yeah, see, it's going to be straight ahead. Now they're going to try to finish it off here and get the score.
Now they got the big D tackle on the backfield. They're going to run by behind him. Pender takes it, bounces it, cuts in, and he is in for 6.
The score.
So now, with 2 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock, Manatee trails this one 26-23. They're going to change that score up there eventually, Ken.
Yeah, I would hope so, since it's the official score. Well, that might be on the sideline, but. Trail by 3, you kick the point.
Oh, yeah. I don't go into that 2-point stuff until
it's too early still.
Quarter.
I'm just out there checking early. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, well, I can hear Luke Bussell in the press box here. He's talking about the 2 failed conversions. You wonder at this point in the game how big those 2 extra point
it would
attempts.
be 28 to 23 right now. So regardless,
got an injured player on the field. I can see Jacoby Morell is out there. He's fine. Let's see as they sort that. It looks like it might
see what TigerVision they've got the camera and they're
That's number
looking at
29.
Okay, thank you very much, Rich, for that spot. That's Mikael Pittman, number 29. Or 20, no, it's 24. That's
24,
Paul,
24.
It's Paul Thomas. Yeah. Paul Thomas, the linebacker. And so this is Manatees.
They're going for
lining
2.
up, going for 2 at this point in the game. Oh, so they were down short of the goal line. We had one official had the hands up. All the Canes did. Now this time they power touchdown. Yeah.
So there you go. Now it's official. Now they can move it to 23.
I apologize for that. We did have one official on the one side, initial touchdown. All the Canes had the touchdowns up, signs up there. So there is the 23 points that we mentioned earlier.
So now they kick the point.
Could come down field goal, and they're looking to get a win out of it. I don't know.
The one thing about the kicking portion of the game here, let's see what he does.
Fires it back there. The kick is up very high this time, and it is perfect.
Yeah,
so
they had everything going for him there.
26 to 24. Yeah, you had a clean snap, clean hold, laces out, right, Rich?
Yeah, yep, laces out, and wind was behind them.
And in the fourth quarter, the Tigers are going to have the wind at their back.
And here you have that time in the broadcast where we once again show you those faces made for radio. Welcome, TigerVision fans.
We're all about radio.
And a great game tonight. You know, been very close. A lot of offense in the first half. Finally, the Canes show a little defense here in the second half, and now they're going to be kicking to those Palmetto Tigers. And we thank everyone for joining us tonight. You know, it's really what makes TigerVision great. TigerVision is presented by Conley Buick GMC, is our fans. We clearly have the best fan base, and we appreciate you tuning in.
Thank you all for watching, and excited to see what the Tigers can do here to respond to the Manatee score.
Yeah, and cameraman's up here, and he's getting
he's
some
just having fun.
He's getting some chatter in the headsets. You know, things like the old
no,
man's looking real ugly,
people are logging off. They're logging off.
And get a kick out of Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. This one's going to be fielded there by Magwood. He's got the ball. He's at the 15, 20. Tucks it inside, and he is going to be tackled at the 24. Now we have an injured player for Manatee jumping up there. It's number 57.
There's some kids running to our left. There must be a fight going on or something. They are heading west. We got a player down.
So we've got cheerleaders running also. There's running away from something.
Okay.
Over here on the east side of the stadium.
So 2 minutes and 13 seconds here. Palmetto with the 26 to 24 lead here. And over there,
I see law enforcement.
Law enforcement,
they're right on top.
They're right on top of this, and so we don't expect much of a delay here. May have had an altercation or something over there with the fan bases here, but you know, we can see, you know, the concern here, and I can see our what you see in a situation like this. You know, they've practiced this over and over and over again. I'm looking at our security personnel here. Everyone is in position, and I won't identify, you know, our people here, but everyone's in good position here, and I think things are fine here at Harley Stadium. So
okay, I think there was with Rob, and he said that there was just a scuffle up there, and maybe someone may have said something, and everyone just playing it safe and getting away from it.
Yeah, what you've seen here, you know, in the school district of Manatee County and the response, you know, these are things that are practiced, and you'll see the response time is good. So we're going to be back to football here eventually, but you always err in the side of precaution. with any event. So
we got a player down. I think it's a cramp. He's okay. He's gonna number 14. He's coming off.
So number 4,
Ryan Cotton. He's had a good game for us tonight.
Ryan Cotton's been all over the field tonight.
Made some big plays.
Oh yeah.
So 2:13 on the clock here in the third quarter. 26-24, Palmetto Tiger lead, and the Palmetto Tigers will have the ball coming here out of this brief stop of play.
Looks like about the 24-yard line. Again, how do they respond? Do they respond in a positive way here following Manatee's successful drive to cut the gap to 2?
Everything's okay. Looks like the players are starting to line up, getting set.
All right, so Palmetto Tigers, after a long delay, one thing that would be beneficial for the players out there, they had a little time to catch a break in the action here. They've been running all over the field. So
yeah, that's true.
Both teams should be rested. Throws it to Rock Lodge in the middle of the field.
A lot of room.
He's at the 50, gets a block.
Nice block
all
there.
the way down the sideline, stepping out of bounds inside the 40. They're going to mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Damari Magwood was way down on the field blocking for him, which kept the play alive.
I'll tell you what, Rock, really after the catch.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. He's magical tonight.
Yeah, Rich, watching him, he's one of those guys.
He has really stepped up when we lost those receivers.
Inside handoff, big tackle, and that's Ian Johnson. No, it's number 56 for the Canes, and that is Alvoid Keenan. 6'1", 245, knifing across the line, making a play through the A-gap for a 2.5-yard loss. So now 1:42 on the clock. It winds. Palmetto hanging on to a tenuous lead here in the third quarter. Clayton Dees steps back, throws it out there, got a man, and he incomplete pass. So it was Wester unable to come up with that. It looked like Dees was throwing around the defender there. The defender had inside position. He threw it the outside shoulder. It's going to be a tough catch.
He was under a little bit of duress there, not a lot, but thrown off his back foot. Still got enough juice on it to get it there, but just fell a little short. It was the right call, and he was open.
Jacob Stewart, 6'3", 275-pound offensive guard, comes out of the game for the Tigers. Let's see how that
big third down play here
backup does on this play. Pretty good. And miscommunication on the play. And so that brings up a 4th and 12 here for the Tigers.
So you're on the 38. You're not going to kick a field goal into the wind. Looks like they're just going to punt it and play field position.
Now in high school football, you try
it, and he comes back to the 20.
Gonzalez could reach the end zone with his field goal kicking, and then it comes back to the 20, but you've got the threat of it being blocked.
Now,
into the wind.
This is where you want your cover down to be good.
Yes.
Get that long snapper down there, get everybody in for help, and
hang that thing up there. Yeah, get the kick off and let him get that thing up in the air, and it'll float.
And so it looks like the clock expired, which is not a problem in this situation. Let's see. So that would back the Tigers up 5 yards.
45. Sometimes that's good to give the punter a few more yards to work with.
You got two returners with their heels on the 10-yard line back there. The returners for the Canes are Tyrone Jackson and Bon Bean Jr. Ooh, Manatee bringing the house on this punt. Ooh, good pressure. He rolls to his right a little bit,
nice.
Gets the ball very high in the air. DeAndre Berry all over that play. No fair catch was called, and
Did it hit the Tiger in the?
It hit Barry in the head.
Okay.
So he actually should be where he went out of bounds. If it hit a Tiger, that ball's live.
I think
ball.
they're going to 21.
Yeah, but if it hit the Palmetto Tiger, I'm not looking at a replay tonight, but if it hit the Tiger first, you can advance that ball because
and that's about down. Where they hit it. That's where he got hit.
Right,
but
he got out to maybe the 24. So it'll start right there. Canes have the ball 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 1:09 on the clock.
Down there pretty quick.
Yeah,
maybe he's a little too quick.
Yeah, he's quick, Rich. If you haven't
doubt.
seen him for 275 pounds, his dad was a hurdler, I believe, and so he's
Big
got.
guy, boy.
Yeah, he's spooky. They throw a little tunnel screen.
Oh.
Nowhere to go. Palmetto Tigers all over that play, and you really had 21, 23 Trez Yarn, and
Great
Paul
play.
Moore back out there, number 24. We don't talk about Paul Moore enough for the Tigers. Undersized linebacker, but he continues to make plays.
We're 90 down here. I think it's a cramp.
Number 90, Rich?
99.
Oh, 99 for the Canes, and that's Tariq Robeson.
No, that's for us.
Oh, for the Tigers. Okay, so number 99. That's Autry Walker, 5'11", 245-pound junior defensive lineman.
Yeah. Brian, looking at the score, we had that graphic up about the margin of victory over 10 years was 2.1 points.
2.1 per game, or 21 points.
21 points over 10 years, and we're at 2 points right now.
And this is the kind of game that generally one team will score, then there'll be a turnover, and you end up with a 17-point win potentially. But this game has been neck and neck the whole way.
And we had talked about that game a few years ago when it was 7-3. Manatee won over there, and it was a fluke blocked fake punt that the upback didn't even tell the coach. He was just ran it on his own. He saw something he liked and scored the touchdown, and that was it. That was 7-3.
That was a 4-point win by Manatee. They've also had a 1-point win and a 2-point win within the last 6 years.
Yes.
Last 8 years. Close games here in this one, in the Cross River rivalry. Von Bean is over there now. He's not being guarded by Colton Davis, which is a little different look for the Palmetto Tiger defense. 2nd and 10.
Oh,
he's got him on the hook
he's
and
got
go.
him.
And it's Von Bean.
Oh, no.
And he's going to –
There
he's
you go.
taking off,
Good
and
luck.
he is gone. He's taking
You're
that
not
one to
gonna
the
catch
house.
him.
So what you saw, the first, one of the first sets where Colton Davis is not
Directly on him, yeah.
They had time during the injury, and there's that hitch and go for an easy touchdown.
80 yards, his first and only catch of the game, and as soon as he got his hands on the ball, it was over.
Yeah, he saw him right away. He knew exactly where he was going.
Yeah, Trez Yarn, very aggressive player, guarding that, came up and was going to get the pick 6, and the next thing you know, you got the hitch and go.
And they might have been setting that thing up all night just for that one opportunity. That was a great call.
Manatee with a 30-26 lead. Colonesso back there to kick this extra high snap. Ball's down. And a great job by Von Bean on the hold, Rich. What did that look like down there?
Well, he did snap. It doesn't look like Palmetto was going really after it, so he had a little time to get it down. But good kick, good hold, good recovery.
Thank you very much. 38 seconds on the clock here. And how the fortunes have changed here. Palmetto with a 10-point advantage going into the halftime.
We knew this game was not over, and there was still 24 minutes to play. We still got a whole quarter here, but Manatee is definitely here since in the last 5 or 6 minutes in this quarter has with their offense, with that drive, and then the big play here is really looking good.
So now
they've been kicking it to Magwood. Maybe this is his time to respond here.
maybe they kick a little shorter of a pooch. You got a linebacker back there and two defensive secondary people. Pretty good returners back there, even in the upbacks. But Rock Lodge and Damari Magwood back to return this one, get a kick out of hitting the ball harder with our friends at Hit Lab, located in Palmetto. High kick toward the sideline. It's going to be Magwood. Got to watch that ball security. Hits the outside. Now he bounces it out again. Looking for the sideline. Has a crease. And he's down at the 45-yard line. Great return.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. Needed a little spark, and he almost took it to the house. But great return, running to the far side of the field. He probably just ran 100 yards to get about 35 or 40.
And Damari Magwood, another burner out here.
Yeah. I'll never forget that one at Riverview High School he took to the house. My grandson Charlie and I were up in the stands watching that game, and just about like that.
Palmetto with excellent starting field position here at the 45. Clayton Dees has Thomas in the backfield. He throws it out there to him. He has to get a block, and that's a hold out there, not called. And he gets a gain of about 7. On those plays, the receiver got both of his arms outside of the Manatee defender, and but they've been letting him play tonight.
Yeah, they've been letting both play, and Thomas has been quiet this half with the running game. A good call there to get him back in the mix here.
4-man front for the Canes. This time they look. Clayton Deeds throws it. Rock Lodge unable to make the catch. Coming over to make a play there was number 25, Kristen Johnson, was in good position. The 5'10", 166-pound safety back there.
And he's cramping up. Lodge is.
So Rock Lodge cramping up on that one.
Just can't decide whether he wants to get up. He just needs to stay down. Yeah, cramp. Work it out.
Is that trainer Steve down there?
Not sure.
No, I don't think that's trainer Steve down there for the Tigers. So, generally Steve Fabio is down there.
He's feeling it.
You can see that thing has really tightened up on Rockland.
Yeah. Get him some pickle juice, yeah.
So 16 seconds. Palmetto here with good field position at the 48-yard line. You've got, this is not the situation where you would want to go two-down territory. I think it's a little bit too early for that.
A little early. Let's just get this first down and keep the drive going and not even have to worry about that. It's good to see him up.
You can really see.
He is really cramping up in that right leg.
You can see that across the line, the offensive line and the defensive line also, those guys are kind of beginning to wobble around here because of the cramping issues. Okay. Now the play has been blown live. This will probably, unless there's a first down, would be the last play of the third quarter. Dees fakes the handoff. He throws a little hitch, wide open receiver, catches it, runs, tries to split him, bounces it off. He's still on his feet. It's Wester, and he goes all the way to the 17, and he was not down, spun on top of the defender. Just an amazing play by Wester.
And he started out this game as making some big plays. He got quiet, but just the spark we needed as we end the third quarter here. Tigers knocking on the door.
No. Why was that clock running? Got the first down, and I saw it run down for 4 seconds.
Maybe did they spot it? Yeah, there wasn't much time, but
Not much time.
You stopped the clock and moved the chains, and then you started up. But it was a little quick.
Now, Ken, we've talked at this ad nauseum, but the Palmetto receivers, a very young crew coming in. You got a sophomore, Wesker.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Seahorse.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Remember going to the Seahorse?
Oh, yeah.
Getting that free papaya juice? Oh. Don't play with those alligators, no.
Because I don't
We
want
got
to
number
run my
one
game.
down, too.
Vaping and sports just don't mix.
Because I care about my lungs.
Because it's more addictive than cigarettes.
Because getting suspended doesn't look good on college apps.
Because we don't know the long-term effects.
Because it's stupid. What's your reason?
Palmetto knocking on the door here.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Downtown Bradenton. Braden wants to bring that Cross River Rival Trophy home, but Palmetto knocking on the door here in the Ace of Power red zone. 1st and 10. Great pass rush, and there's a stop. Let's see. It'll be offsides on Manatee.
Yep.
So that'll
get him.
First and 5 for the Tigers here. Now the Palmetto Tigers have Devon Thomas in the backfield. Ball security critical here for the Tigers. Damari Magwood is out wide, with Rockland Lodge has emerged back into the game after having some real serious cramp issues just a while ago. Wester in the slot on the far right side. It's handoff to Thomas, and he bounces off a tackle, drives forward, and really a loss, really just no gain on the play, brings up a second and a long 5.
Yeah, he's running into those where those linebackers are jumping through the gap.
And you might take this opportunity to take advantage of a very mobile quarterback. Get him rolling one way or the other.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe go ahead and you could kick that DN. He's rushing so hard off the edge, and maybe kick him out and have the quarterback step and maybe hit the slot receiver coming in the middle. Now they switch things up over in the formation. Rockland Lodge, again, readjusting things. Palmetto.
He wasn't sure where
Tigers
he was.
Take a timeout, probably a good timeout.
They were having some confusion over there and on the left side, who was supposed to line up on the outside in the slot. So, yeah, 2nd and 6 is probably a very good idea to talk this one over.
Now, with not much of a gain here, you've got a field goal kicker generally automatic in Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'd be trailing only by 2, and there's a ton of time left on the clock. However, in the situation tonight, does it change your thinking, Ken, because of the blocked extra points?
No, I would definitely take the points, only because we have the wind at our back, and 6 points. If we kick 2 field goals, we win this game. If we don't hold them, if Manatee doesn't score, so it gets us within striking distance of possibly winning the game. But I think we want 6 points here.
2 receivers on both sides of the formation. This time, wide
He's
open. He throws it out there very late.
Man.
He was open from the snap of the ball. And
he could have
Devon Thomas could have walked that one in from the break.
Good point, Brian. He could have led him right into the end zone with that as he was running over there. There was nobody there. So we went from a 1st and 5, and now we're at a 3rd and 6. So probably the best thing here is to get the first down and not have to think about 2-down territory or kicking a field goal.
And the guy you're going to look for here, probably Rock Lodge.
Wester, across the middle. Slipped.
There's D's rolling.
Stay with it.
Throws it late.
through.
And there's a flag on the play
zone.
in the end zone.
End zone where Wester was.
It was clean. Coverage was clean on Wester. Maybe the receiver behind that, but there's a flag.
Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick was
back behind him near the end line.
And it's a defensive holding.
So that's a first down.
And that's a tough one, again, for the Canes. So that's a first down for the Tigers.
That is a huge break for the Tigers, just what the doctor ordered here.
All set up by the very athletic play of Clayton Dees.
Yes, and that's a great point, Brian. He was toast. He was done, and somehow he broke loose. And right as he was heading out of bounds, he got that ball right there, and we're benefiting from that.
Got to give him a chance.
Playing with a knee brace.
And, you know, Manatee's had quite a few breaks tonight, and they've all been bad. You know, that was just a critical point in the game. Now you're rolling that quarterback. He steps in, now he runs to the right. Got to get rid of it.
Throw it away.
Good job.
Yes.
Live
for another down.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job in scrambling and not getting that critical sack that we do not need right now.
And he's not 100% on that left knee, and he's running for his life a little bit there.
I like it.
He knows he manages the game very well.
And he's got the good size. I see him playing on Saturday because he can run this offense. He understands the checkoffs.
And he hasn't played 2 complete seasons of football in his whole life.
Amazing.
And this is his second school in 2 years.
He's from Colorado, right?
No, that the Manatee quarterback is from Colorado. Yes. Yeah.
Devon Thomas, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So you're going to look at the positives on this one. The positives are in the Ace of Power red zone. One thing it does space the field out a little bit for your receivers.
Makes it more. That's an advantage to the receivers, and the defense has more area to have to cover.
And we tend to, focus on the positives here on TigerVision. Presented by Conley Buick GMC. So 2 receivers out wide to the right, 2 out wide to the left.
Slant.
This time he looks, throws the slant, it's tipped. Oh, no, look at that.
Oh, wow.
And I believe the ball was tipped and went through the hands there of Magwood. So once that ball's tipped, you can. I think it was tipped. You can really, interfere or grab them or whatever you need to do. But really, still, the ball got out there. So now brings up a third and 11 here.
Tigers' offense has really got to figure out how to get into this end zone.
Tigers not hurrying. Probably 3 seconds of the play clock. He can get it off. Throws it out there, and it was crossed up. Rock Lodge was running a little tunnel screen, and Clayton Dees was throwing a little bubble screen out there.
Yeah, you got to take the field goal now. This is a no-brainer. 4th and 11. You got one of the best kickers in the state of Florida. Got the wind at your back. Cut the lead to 2. And just hope for another opportunity here down the line to win this thing.
Now, I don't know if this kicker likes this ball on the hash where he's at, but we get a good snap, good hold. You do have the wind behind him, and I think
somebody jumped.
Oh, good snap, too.
Laces out.
Oh, it was right there.
Yeah.
Right there. He's getting better and better as the season goes.
Yeah, 10. Now, really for Gonzalez, wind at his back really doesn't matter, as far as that goes. It actually makes it less of an angle, but it's offsides on the Canes.
Oh,
you still kick it, though. It makes it 4th and 6. So he's essentially down to about a 25-yard field goal, just a little bit longer than an extra point.
Yeah. Barry puts his hands on the ball. Going to fire back to McLean. Low snap. Oh, look at that. And so, Gonzalez, we've seen him do that one time this year, but you rarely would get away with that. So,
yeah, I think the snap was low, and he tried to recover, and by that time, Manatee has been coming after it every.
And they looked like there was maybe somebody in the way, and he waited for him to
yeah, he thought maybe he could squeeze it through. I don't think he knew, basically he didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because the ball was set and ready to kick. He just didn't get the ball up and held quick enough.
So a big
Miscue
problem
there
tonight on the conversions tonight. 2 extra points missed, and then a field goal here.
Well, you think about we had them 1st and 5, and we end up missing a 25-yard field goal. So just unfortunate. Oh, we got our camera guys. There's
Jason Boone up there. Bonbean in motion, gets a block out there, and big hit.
What a hit.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's a
Matalau.
loss.
There's Matalau again, number 43. Rich, that looked like that was going to get to the sideline, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Not so fast, though. He had his hair on fire, literally. He was on it.
Ooh, what a play by Matalau over there. He must have stayed inbounds. Clock continues to wind. It's down to 10:03 on the clock now. Idle has Jalen Bryant out here wide to the left for the Canes. Oh, reverse, and it's set up. Doing a good job was Trez Yarn, and Matalau again.
It's number 43 again. That was number 43.
Ramsey Cole.
It kind of looked like old number 33 on those last 2 plays, Rich.
Hey, tackle everybody.
Yeah, what was Joe Lee Dunn's advice on that?
Oh, yeah.
Just go for the ball, kill everybody on the way, and let the paramedics sort it all out.
So big play here for the Tiger defense with 3rd and about 2 or 3.
It's big one. Cannot jump off sides here, the Tigers. Pretty good push. And breaking that, getting out of a tackle, having a shot back there was Autry Walker, unable to make the play. 1st down for the Canes. So really just another good run by the Canes. And back there in the backfield now for the Canes is Torrey Gilly getting some action.
Yeah, I think we'll continue as the clock winds down. We're going to see a heavy dose of the run game.
Yeah, he checks out, and now it's down to Tyrone Jackson in the backfield. A little bit of movement along the line there. This time, pretty good hustle there.
Flag.
It's going to be a hold on a wide play like that, so that's going to back him up 10. There's your holding call.
Great opportunity for the Tiger defense. Get them behind the chains here.
Clock is winding.
It stopped for the moment.
Stops, but
it is
down,
winding.
It's down to 8:25 now here in the 4th quarter. We looked up at that before the field goal, and that thing was north of 11 on the clock. So it's starting to chew up some clock here, are the Canes. But that will the holding was a little bit down the field, so it brings up a 2nd, and we'll call it about 12. Inside handoff to Pender.
Get him down.
And this time Walker makes the play.
Yes, good play there.
I don't know. The scoreboard said it was 1st down, but I don't know if it was just not changed.
It wasn't changed, but now it's 3rd down.
Third down.
3rd and a long.
And the holding was down the field quite a ways, so when they backed it up, that's why.
3rd and a long 9. Here's the second opportunity to get this Tiger defense off the field.
Palmetto Tigers lining up now. Looks like it's going to bring a 4-man front here and wide to this side of the formation. Tyrone Jackson lining up in the receiver position. Palmetto a little confused on defense. They throw a slant inside. Big hit by number 21 for the Tigers, Keon Reddick, with another play.
So that makes it 4th down. And
I think
they're going to have to punt this thing. Tigers get the ball back.
4th and 2. Let's see what they got.
Now I would, the clock's running. I'd get up there and try to get the Tigers to jump off sides and take the penalty and punt the thing.
That you want to do is see if those Tigers will jump on this one. It's a 4th and 2.
It'll be a.
Oh, bobbles the ball, does Pinder, and he's got it,
got
spins
it.
off the tackle. He's got a long run going here. He's got the 40. He's at the 30. Trejarn, he breaks that tackle, runs for the touchdown.
And that's a backbreaker right there. They had him locked up. And then you just can't arm tackle 220 pounds like that. And he's got some pretty good speed for a kid that big.
For a big fella, he moved down the sideline well. Ran through that initial tackle. I think the Tigers were trying to strip the ball instead of fundamental tackle. Spins out, fast run down the sideline, breaks the tackle from Yarn back there. And so with 6:51 on the clock.
Yeah, you would at least suspect that you thought Sanders would do something like that, or Jackson tonight.
I don't know why you don't go.
But the big back.
Now here I would probably go for 2 to put us, but they're going to kick the extra
11.
point here, 11. Kick is up and good, and so
he's made all his kicks tonight.
Joey Colonesso missed the field goal at the end of the first half.
That's right. But he's made all his PATs.
He's made all his PATs. The exchanges have been clean. Yes. So now the Palmetto Tigers, we talked about it. One of these games it's going to break, and a team is going to break 14 points one way or the other after all these 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 point games. Well, it's happened here tonight. Palmetto Tigers trail 38-26. Manatee with a lead here in the 4th.
I mean, it comes down to we have the same number of points we started the second half with. And for the first half of the third quarter, it was 3 and outs both ways. And from that, Manatee has dominated on both sides of the ball. Tigers with the opportunity with the 1st and goal, couldn't finish. And now they're trailing by 12. Still plenty of time with their explosive offense. Just are they out here on the field?
So it's time. You've got
Magwood here. He's due.
Palmetto is lining up very shallow to return this kick.
Why don't they switch Rock Lodge and him?
It's going to be filled by Matalau. Turns it upside, drives forward, still going, and has a nice gain on there. Good field position starting for the Tigers' 38-yard line.
38-yard line. Still more than half a quarter left here. Don't need to panic, but they need 2 scores.
So we've talked about that at this position in the game. Ken, Manatee with a 12-point lead. Palmetto having a very difficult time on just getting the kicks off out of the special teams unit tonight.
Yes, and I talked about earlier in the game the Tigers needed to win the special teams tonight, and in some areas they have, but these block kicks are going to hurt us here.
Clayton Dees drops back. Big rush. He's just going to need to throw that one out, and that's going to be a grounding this time.
No. Is there a flag?
They're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
I think they're the flag out.
Yeah, they're going to call that.
And there's that DN there, making a play. We've talked about his size tonight, looking real good. But Tristan Titus this time, 6'4", 195-pounder, back there to make the tackle.
So the Tigers are reeling right now. They just lost all momentum here. Yeah, just nowhere to go.
Now, if the Canes bring heavy pressure situations, this is a ideal time for a middle screen.
I agree wholeheartedly, yes.
And that's where the big play could come. I mean, we have 6 minutes to go, and if we get a long play like that,
right back in it.
Be right back in it.
Yes, sir.
So look at the middle of the field to the far side of the field. Down that hash, there's a lot of space, a lot of green space out there for the Tigers. And Canes are offsides. That should be a dead ball.
There it is.
And Wester catches it and rolls forward. He had to be offsides there.
They didn't call it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that puts the Tigers in hurry up. They got the first down.
No, that's going to be because of the penalty. It's way
because of the penalty, yeah.
Clayton Dees, not a lot of plays he got in the bag for 3rd and 30, but he's going to take it. A little movement on the line there. Dees looks, steps up.
Got to throw it. Nobody.
So Dees unable to make a connection there. There is a flag on the field after the play. It looks like it's going to be some kind of dead ball personal foul call here. Simeon Matt and a Manatee defender were kind of tangled up, and they're going to wave that flag.
So it'll be 4th.
So it's time to bring the punting team out there.
Yeah, you got to punt this thing.
And this is the opportunity for Manatee to have a huge return because Palmetto's backed up near their own end zone. They're going to have to focus on punt protection, and we'll see. Back to receive is Bon Bean along with Tyrone Jackson. Looks like Manatee is going for a max protection look here. Whew. Ball, nice high punt.
Oh, he missed it.
Hit him.
They got to get the.
The ball's a live ball. It did hit him. So he's at the 10, slow walking down the sideline. He's going to be he's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 24. They're getting locked up over there. But that punt,
52 yards.
52-yarder.
Yeah. Flip the field. Now, there have been no turnovers tonight. This is the time to have one. We're going to have to strip it. We're going to get a heavy dose of what we've seen here pretty much all night.
We talked about keys to the game. We talked about opening things up. And what I would expect to see here is a little pounding of the rock down here.
Pounding of the rock.
5:36 on the clock.
Wear them down.
Clock at 5:36. Manatee with a 12-point lead. 1st and 10. Ball is marked on the 27-yard line. What a punt by Gonzalez there.
Oh, yeah. He hammered it, and even after it hit the Manatee receiver, it took off on that turf and bounced another 10 or 15 yards, flipping the field like that.
And, snuck down that sideline. It just about freezes everybody when you have a muffed punt or, ball's not down. And luckily that wasn't a huge return. A lot of those, he could have outkicked his coverage.
Yeah, great point, Brian. You get a 50, 60-yard punt, but a 40-yard return, you net, 15, 20 yards is not good. Tigers need a turnover. Haven't had one tonight, I don't think.
Tyrone Jackson has it. Knifing across there are the Tigers, but Tyrone drives forward for a gain of about 1 on the play.
They still have to remember to tackle him here.
Jacoby Morrell makes the tackle there. Clock winding now. Inside of 5:15.
I think the Tigers still have 2 timeouts. TigerVision saying 3. I think they took one when it was 1st and goal.
5 minutes on the clock now. So Manatee's going to burn one of those timeouts right here. Timeout. Wow, that was a lot of time between play. That was a long time. And so Pender drives forward, gain of about 4 on the play, brings up a 3rd and 5.
Tigers got an opportunity to get off the field and get this ball back. If not, they'll burn another couple of minutes. If they get close enough, I could see them going for it.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, because you got a 12-point lead. Sure.
12-point lead.
Let's in the game.
Yeah.
Sure. You got big backs. You got a Palmetto Tiger defense. It has to be exhausted at this point.
Yes.
That's a very long clock there again. Penner's going to have first down.
And,
Driving
and some more.
Showing a little speed, pushed out of bounds. Big play. It's going to stop the clock on the first down and going out of bounds. So 3:51 on the clock now.
You know, when the stats come out, I bet you he is probably pushing 200 yards with that long run that he had, plus what he had in the first half.
Really, we talked about a pregame, Manatee with a 3-back approach. Could have been 4 with Sanders, but Sanders, I heard, picked up an injury in practice.
They had two of them were out tonight.
There's Pender again, and this time Morrell with the, let's see. Now that's number 17. That's Samuel again with the tackle.
They're in no hurry as hit about 3.5 minutes here.
Really, at this point, they're about 2 first downs away.
You can take a kneel down and call it a game.
2 first downs and victory formation from this point. But the Canes, came in this game trailing by 10 at half. Really, tonight, blocking extra points and blocking field goal attempts.
That's been the difference. Yeah.
This time it's the speed back out there. Gets a nice gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Now here, from this spot, Ken, you got to believe it's definitely 2-down territory.
2 down. And the way they're going, they probably won't need that second.
So we'll call it 3rd and 3 here. A long 3. Coming out here wide to the right is number 4 for the Canes, and that's going to be A.J. Causey. Don't expect any passes here.
No.
This time they hand it. Oh, ball was loose. Ball nearly came out. Awful loose with the ball was Tyrone Jackson, but he got away with it there. Wow.
Got a break.
You don't have the flying elbow like that, icing the clock here in the 4th quarter. Zach Samuel with the tackle. So now it's fourth and
it looks like
I'd say 3.
Yeah. Somebody's called a timeout to think about it.
So what you do here is the Palmetto Tigers. You think they're going to get in the formation, run the short side of the field,
which they've pretty much done with success all night.
You've done that all night. And a play that you've got now you've got Tyrone Jackson there. You sneak that thing out with an option out this side of it, and everybody's going to be flooded out and washing out.
Or you try to get the Tigers to jump off sides. There's
oh yeah, for sure.
There's we know they're not going to throw the ball.
No.
Oh, they had the Wildcat, too, they could have done.
Now, Dumpsey's throwing a pass. He's got him out there, and he's short of the first down. How about that? Play by the Tigers.
You don't throw the ball.
They throw the ball, and the Palmetto Tigers, with a defensive stop, take over on down. So it's 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. You've got time. You've got plenty of time to score. Onside kick, so the game's not over at this point. But you got to score in a hurry.
You got to score twice.
And you got to get first downs. Throwing it 4-yard completions, 4-yard runs are not going to get it done right here.
No.
You got to get it past the first down marker to stop the clock.
We need to see the Tiger offense that was here for us on the first half to pull off 12 points, 2 touchdowns here in the next 2 minutes. And they have been non-existent.
Lots of space over there on the left side of the field. 2 receivers out there, and it's going to be Magwood out there and Rock Lodge.
They're playing man up on them there, it looks like.
Look at that. Rock Lodge to the
yeah.
Just
there's
the jumping off.
Are they going to throw a flag? Come on.
Offsides on Manatee. That'll stop the clock. So that's the good news for the Tigers. So you get a 5-yard gain, no movement of the clock, 2:09 on the clock. 4th quarter. I'm shocked that they're playing single receiver out there
Yeah.
with Rock Lodge. Or they're playing.
Now they're dropping the safety
Now
back.
you're dropping the safety back.
Oh, no. He's
Wow.
He's dropping back.
Clayton Dees steps up. He's going to run. He's got to slides past the first down, stops the clock.
Smart
clock
move.
starts.
Get it
stops.
to the ref.
2:03. So, ref's got to spot the ball.
You got to know where those markers are.
Clock at 2 minutes now for Clayton Dees. Devon Thomas in the backfield.
Come on, guys. Got to get
Two
the play
receivers
off.
on each side of the formation. Clayton Dees rolling to the right. Looks, squares up. Got a receiver coming back to the ball. Makes the catch. Rockland Lodge.
He didn't catch it.
He didn't catch it? All right.
No, they're waving it off.
Would have been enough for a first down, but it's an incomplete pass. So that stops the clock with 1:43. Tigers in a hurry-up offense.
I'm going to look at the middle of the field because all you need to do is get the first down. Stop it. Somebody's got to think about it here. Manatee's taking a timeout.
So as the Canes take a timeout to think this one over, Palmetto with only 1:43 in this one, trailing Manatee 38-26.
Well, we need a quick score regardless.
What you got to look for here, Wester is capable. Rock Lodge is capable.
Even Magwood.
Magwood is very capable, very fast. And you want to maybe isolate one of those speedy receivers against one of those bigger corners.
Corners, yeah.
And come up with a little crossing route or something along those lines where you can utilize that quickness and the turn of the smaller guys. Manatee playing a lot of zone defense on this one. So it's going to be Clayton Dees rolling, looking, throws away, stops the clock with 1:35. Now what you're seeing here is the rush 3 and drop 8 in coverage against air raid offense behind on the clock.
And they're still getting a little bit of pressure.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, in the first half and even in the third quarter, he was standing back there, not even having to move.
And that was Tyreek Robertson, making another play. And if you can get there with 3, you've got everything.
You got it.
You've got everything. If you can get there with 3 versus 5. Dees looks, spins it out there, got a
First
open
down.
receiver. Rock Lodge, first down, steps out of bounds on the 40. 1:31 seconds here. Nice play design.
Yep, you need 1 or 2 more of those before you need to start chucking it into the end zone or just. Now they're dropping they got safety way back now. He's coming up.
I doubt that Palmetto is going to be able to sell them on a hit-you-go at this point in the game. So you're going to have to really throw some crossing routes past the line or past the first down marker. Dees takes it, bails, incomplete pass. Good coverage on the play by number 8, which is Raheem Sexel.
Yeah, almost was close to intercepting.
Minute 25, second 10 for the Tigers. Desperately needing to score here. Need to score within the next 4 plays to have a chance to really make it work. Math is still there. Clayton Dees, draw. Great play call. Great play call. First down. And big run.
Get down. Now you got to get down. Now you got to get down.
He's going to be tackled at the 20.
Stops the clock.
Stops the clock. That is a gutsy play call there. And really great run by Thomas.
Who's had a great night running.
Devon Thomas, big play.
Now we got
clock winding.
Now we got to throw it in the end zone.
Minute and 4 seconds. Dees drops back, looks the middle of the field, plenty of time, shakes a defender, throws it late, and big hit on the play. Excellent contact there, Tez McDowell, and that is on Simeon Matt.
Matt was, he was the intended receiver. Great timing.
Great timing
by the Manatee defender to knock that loose.
Clean, hard hit. 56 stops the clock. 56 seconds.
Somehow you got to get one of these receivers open.
Deeds throws it out there. Needs to get a block. Did, and he's going to be very close. Did he go out of bounds? He's winding that. He's winding the clock. Clock continues to run. 44 seconds on the clock. Now,
why are they taking their time?
Is it a first down?
No,
it's short.
And no, they just hurt. They're
Let's
not
go.
hurrying.
40 seconds on the clock.
Come on.
Down to 32 seconds. Clayton Dees steps up. He's got to get in the end zone, and he does. He's going to be stopped at the 1 yard line. See no signal there, so he's going to be stopped about 6 inches short. 20 seconds, 19 seconds. Dees up to the line of scrimmage. You're going to sneak this to 15, 14, 13. Dees powers forward, and he's got the touchdown.
It's too much clock.
Too much clock. Only 8 seconds remain in this one, so the Tigers are going to go.
And really they
32 points.
Yeah, the extra points in material here because they need another touchdown. So they run it or kick it, it doesn't matter. What does matter is getting the onside kick and then a Hail Mary.
Gutsy performance again by Clayton Dees. Got to be one of my favorites. You know, he shows moxie.
Yes,
he shows courage, and he can spin the beam a little bit too.
He certainly can.
Now let's see if Gonzalez will have the opportunity to get this one off. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 8 seconds left on the clock, the Palmetto Tigers trail in this one. So 38.
So back in the Riverview game, I remember texting Robbie Stevenson as my Charlie and my grandson were watching the game. Brandon had probably one of the best onside kicks I'd ever seen and kept us in the game by us getting the ball. I think we might have even scored after that. Can he do it again?
Well, the issue is now Dees can throw it 55, 60 yards.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're going to get it somewhere. You're going to have to chuck that thing down the field or do.
You're really going to want to kick your onside kick, not at the 10. You're going to really try to get it 13 yards, 14 yards down the field.
Yeah,
have a chance to take a snap and launch it.
And get it on the other side of the 50. Yes, for the best opportunity. But you know the percentages of even getting one are very low. Let's see what happens here.
Palmetto hit this one is one you want to hit soft. This is a bunt here from Hit Lab, and there it is.
Bump.
It's a nice high bounce, and it's up high, and he's got it.
Got it. Yeah.
And going up high, climbing the ladder there was number 14, and that's Farrakhan Shannon, a name that we know well over here in Palmetto. Goes up, and that should do it.
That'll do it. And take a kneel down and.
I'll tell you what, the Tigers have nothing to be ashamed of, man. Really stayed to the course, and just time ran out.
Really, again, as we talked about pre-broadcast, we talked about these games being decided by 6 or less points. And here we are again, a 5-point victory for the Hurricanes. All I got to do is kneel down on this one.
Victory formation.
All you got to do is get a clean exchange, and this one is over. There's a victory formation. Heidel takes it to the knee, and that's going to be it in the Cross River rivalry. A very competitive, good game tonight. We're going to see if Rich Robick can have an interview with Coach Rashad West, and they will wrap this up. But, Ken, explosive, exciting game tonight. Unfortunately for the Tigers, they come out on the wrong end of the stick. But, however, the district, they are still alive in the playoff hunt.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They're like we said in the pregame, they're sitting number 5 in the region, and they picked 8 per region. So that's not the issue. They will definitely be on the road. Next week we got the school coming in from south, and then they will be on the road in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's the players. We're going to get an interview.
We play Oda Baker next week.
Ida Baker.
Ida
next
Baker,
week,
who's
so.
14th in the region.
Yeah, so the Palmetto Tigers with an outstanding chance to win that and keep the season alive.
So Manatee will probably retain the 2 seed. Venice will be number 1. And they will host in the first round November the 10th, 2 weeks from today.
Really a hard-fought game tonight, Ken. We're going to have it take it down to our Arctic Air sideline reporter, Rich Robick, tonight. Excited to hear his interview with Coach West. And the Cross River rivalry, it looks like the trophy is going back up north. It's going to go south.
South tonight.
And it's going to end up in the hand of those Manatee Hurricanes.
Well, again, I tell you what, the Tigers have nothing to be ashamed of. I tell you what, the fans, of course they're leaving now, but everyone stayed put. It was a great game, and I'm going to try to get Coach West and what he's going to say with the players here, and then we'll try to get an interview.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Rich Robick, with our Arctic Air sideline report. We're missing Tom Porter from the team tonight. I think he's up there in Jacksonville, waiting maybe to go a ball game tomorrow night. And Troy Bellamy, we had him set up here in the press box for stats. We also going to have some color commentary. Troy may have been addressing some family issues tonight. So here we are with Coach Rashad West, and Rich is going to try to get in there and see if we can pick up some of the talk with the team.
Well in spots, ran out of gas here in the end, but I'm proud of the way we played. I thought we actually fought today. We had some guys do some hard stuff, for 4 quarters. It's unfortunate. We didn't win the game, all right? We still got a chance. We may see them again, so just remember this, all right? I'd love to see them again. I know you guys would, but we just got to take care of our business next week. We'll get in somehow, some way, and we'll see what happens. But, hey, it hurts. It sucks. We wanted to win this game. We can be frustrated, all right? But let's have a good week. Let's send the seniors out on a high note on senior night, and we'll see what the playoff stuff says after that. You guys get a break? Get out.
All right, I'm going to try to get an interview here, Coach. The first half, it looked like everything was fast and steady, I think the second half, I think the message is let's try and get pressure on the quarterback from our defensive line, and I think that was both teams. It looked like Manatee did that. They didn't take their foot off the gas, but I tell you what, the Tigers have nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, everybody, as far as the fans stayed, and what's your perspective on what happened?
I don't know, man. They made some good adjustments. We thought we made some good ones too, and they played better than we did in the second half. Especially their defense played a little bit better and stood up and stopped us a couple times on offense. But we still had chances, and we got to show it up on special teams. Those extra points we left out there from PAT field goals, those hurt. But they play well in the second half.
Yeah. Well, I know it's hard to stay positive now. I know you really wanted this win, but I tell you what, we still have some playoff or district play coming up. What's your plans in the future?
I don't know. We're just going to watch this. We're going to come back and try to send the seniors out on a high note, and we'll see what happens with the points and see if we get in and we'll go from there.
Well, I know the city of Palmetto. I know the high school, Palmetto High School, and the Tiger fans are glad you were part of this Cross River rivalry. I know it's your first one. You'd probably like to keep their trophy, but there's always next year, Coach.
Yeah, man, we're disappointed we didn't win, but it's always next year. Our kids played hard. We'll figure it out from here. We'll keep going.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's it.
All right.
Sideline report. Hey, I just want to let you guys know thank you for letting me do this. It was a pleasure. And anytime you need anything, just call on me. And I loved it. So thank you.
Yeah, Rich has made the amazing transition from being a heavy guy that will tote the guy that will tote heavy stuff, run cameras for us at TigerVision. We really appreciate him jumping in tonight. Final statistics here, approximate statistics, rushing attempts.
That's the difference right there, Brian. That
45 for 342 yards rushing out of that Manatee offense, and 26 passing attempts, for 40 yards, 217 and 415 passing yards. But you see from Palmetto, but the total yards there, 559 to 510. Some adjustments were made on Palmetto's defense. I thought they played much better early on against the rush, and then the youth. Eventually it caught up to them down the stretch in the second half.
And probably a lot of those passing yards were from the first half, and they basically took the run away from us. We got a nice little run there to get that final score, but I said we had to win special teams tonight. I don't think we did. The 5 points that we were short, a field goal, a couple extra points, the game's tied. We had to win the time of possession. I'm not sure. It was probably pretty close. Defense just played the best they could. And like Coach said, we may see these guys again in a couple weeks. So we just got to finish with Ida Baker and see how everything falls out. But great effort, great job, Rich. Always enjoy working with you, Brian.
Oh, thanks.
And the guys back in the trailer, excellent.
Well, the good news is we'll be up and live again next week. We're going to wrap it up. Tonight's final score from Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. In the Cross River rivalry, the Palmetto Tigers 33, the victorious Manatee Hurricanes 38. Please join us next Friday night, November the 3rd. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock in Palmetto as the Tigers will host the visiting Ida Baker Bulldogs. Please keep in touch for any schedule updates or notifications by going to our YouTube landing page, TigerVision at Palmetto Tigers. We again thank the #1 fans in the world for watching TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. One town, one team. Go Tigers.